right.
Mics are on.
All right.
We need to.
But are they on?
They're on.
Like
Yeah.
on, or just testing on?
Yeah. Well, they're tested. We're like live, and the mics are on.
Live at 5.
We'll need to adjust everything probably.
Traffic news and weather on the ones.
Jazz was entirely too loud last week.
Is that
Well,
every
you
1
kept
minute?
turning me up and telling me that I wasn't
On the ones
loud
you think
enough.
it's every
I
1
don't
minute.
know what I
Well,
did
I guess
differently.
It's like 10:01.
Like if they said on the 15s, it's that
well, it
means
makes
every
sense, yeah.
15 minutes.
On the ones, I think Bruce is like 01.
Yeah, numbers.
11.
No, I know.
Yeah.
Remember when
Listen,
they did that,
They
Brian?
never explained it. They just started saying it. Traffic on the
That's true.
twos.
You're like, what does that mean?
Why don't you just say traffic on the even numbers?
I don't know.
Who cares? Who needs that much? I'm in the traffic. I don't need them to tell me what the fucking
Yeah, there's
traffic
a
is.
great Family Guy news guy joke that's coming up. A very important traffic news, which is no use to you at all because you're somewhere where there's a TV.
Yes, you're watching it on television. Let's have a let's go to just different
Hang
people
on,
in their cars.
I get it.
And let them explain it.
I get it in the morning because maybe you're gonna leave.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh shit, I need to go right.
Whatever time of day you're going, you look at the traffic before you go.
Sort of.
Which is fine, but who's going to work at 5 p.m.?
5:02 is when they do the traffic.
5:01.
At 5:02, where are you going? Where are you going at 5:02 that you can't?
I got no choice. You might be going home, but it's like I don't care. What doesn't matter what the traffic is.
For the record, if there's a chance that a wreck is gonna delay your time between wherever you live and the grocery, maybe you should move.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's entirely impossible for an accident to happen where I cannot get.
Shut.
Close down one road, I'm bottled in. I'm fucked. There's
Yeah,
been
one-
Traffic, we need some milk.
One guy. 3 days.
There's been one time there was an accident at just the right spot.
About that video. You like it?
What the fuck is this?
If
traffic
you
on the
did, be
ones,
sure
baby.
to, leave us some feedback
It's
or
11:11.
We gotta get rid of that.
What was it?
It was
don't
a
know.
song. That's like the end of a song. One of these new songs on here.
It was the weird aliens coming to abduct us.
Yeah.
Reminded
No,
me of
but
Toy Story
where to
aliens.
go to work, I had to detour 45 minutes to get to a position which I could go to work.
I was gonna say there's only one street the
Yeah.
entire way that way. Like there's
Yeah.
no rerouting. It's
Yeah.
that way or that way.
I had
so
to
you're
go
going
rerouting.
off.
Yeah, I had to go the complete opposite way of work
That's fucked.
to get somewhere where I could go to
it
work.
Took me, probably about an hour to get to Walmart. Over in the next town there.
An hour to get to Walmart in the next
Yeah.
town.
Brian, there is once a year in our neighborhood where they have this little mini marathon thing that they sponsor, and they shut the front entrance to the neighborhood down. And
They're
it
running in
takes
the neighborhood?
me, I think, an extra 6 minutes to get to work.
Jesus.
And that is a massive inconvenience that bothers me. And it
It
happens
sounds like a
one
major-
Saturday a year.
Just the one time.
I couldn't do an hour
think
to get
this
to
was for,
Walmart.
like,
or
a month?
I would just I'd go
Yeah.
live in a cave or something.
Those plastic shelves I was gonna buy are gonna have to wait. The fucking marathon is going.
What?
This was for about like a month that we had to do that.
You kill me.
Just order it all on Amazon.
Why do I kill you?
Everything.
Unplug your mic and replug it back in.
That again?
Yeah, I'm rewiring every mic cable in here during the break.
Okay. Nope. Nope. Okay.
Yep.
Better.
Sounds good.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not raspy. It's not got any static.
No,
Sounds
it
pretty
was
good.
it was coming in mono.
This is an explicit podcast containing filthy language and adult themes like dick and shit jokes. If you're easily offended or have a stick up your ass, this probably is not for you. Guidance is suggested for sensitive types, and occasionally some lights may flash, so if you're prone to seizures and all that, you might want to skip this. And lastly, we don't speak for anyone or any entity. We only speak for ourselves, of course. What follows is opinion based on our individual experiences in the industry. So take that. Ah, god damn it, I fucked it up at the end. Broadcasting live from the Big House. It's the best and only delivery guy podcast you need. This is After Delivery.
Yes.
Closing in on episode 200 very quickly. Episode 200 will be, we've determined, probably the first episode of the 9th season, which may occur on New Year's Eve. But we're going to talk about that at the break, and we're going to make sure. So just put a pin in that. That's tentative. We'll see. We just want to let you know that it's going on.
7 to 9.
Noon to 1, noon to 2.
Maybe like 5 to 7.
Bruce, how about on the ones?
7 to 9. Then you can go to your party.
9's pretty fucking late.
New Year's Eve party. It's 3. Okay, whatever.
You've been preparing all year for this. It's an arbitrary calendar,
Well,
Bruce.
I've
It's
been-
like,
It's for this.
I know.
I think that's generous.
It's been at least 10 seconds. He did the warm up, the throat, the red leather, yellow leather. I heard him doing it when he came in.
I was doing the
Loosening up.
The tip of the
Vocal.
tongue, the
Blah, blah, blah.
lips, the teeth, or whatever
The lips and teeth.
that one.
The lips and teeth?
Lips and teeth.
Keep the teeth out of it. I'm Colonel Brian. I'm up to 170.2 pounds. We need some applause here.
No, thanks.
Thank you.
Bruce took care
Thank
of
you
it.
very much. Jazz, the producer and the art director. Good morning, Jazz.
Morning.
That seat next to you is empty, and the seat next to the other one's empty. So we're going to blow right past those two assholes, and we're going to say good morning to Mayor
Avery
Bruce.
coming today. Ryan will be here at some point, I guess. Good morning.
Whatever. Maybe.
No, I'm
Bruce
to the
on.
point where I don't even introduce people that aren't here anymore. I don't even pretend like
I was going to...
this is who's normally.
Just do roll call, and then, yeah, we won't say anybody's absent anymore. I guess that's good.
Roll call on the ones.
Yeah. And it's about time to do it again. Afterlife's Jason, sir.
Gentle sir.
Indeed. Everything looking good over there?
Oh,
Oh,
look
and
at
there he
it.
is. It up. The music is still
Fucking-
playing. Fred, the late boy, with his
Wearing a
fucking
fucking-
Pokemon shirt. Just over, and he's got fucking shorts on. And it's 39
Brian, are you sure
degrees.
that's not a Target shirt?
It's a target for me.
I'm pretty sure
Good night,
like
sweet
that's
prince.
a Target licensed shirt. It just happens to have Pokemon on it.
Hey, you're right, Bruce. It is a fucking Target shirt.
It's red and white, and it's got the little circle thing in it.
Yeah, it's a Target Pokemon mashup. It was a promotion. You got that free out of a shirt cannon somewhere, didn't you? Yeah, they can't play Pokemon in a parking lot. And they try to shoo them away with shirts.
It's a little known fact that Ryan was the target dog for a number of years in his childhood.
Really?
Childhood.
Yeah. Yeah, he was.
They paid
the-
well to be Spot.
Spot.
Mascot? I think that was his name.
I don't have any idea what the mascot is. They have a mascot?
Yeah, they have that fucking German dog or whatever.
The German dog?
Little white
I don't know
German
if
dog.
it's
I don't-
German
I-
Shepherd?
Target around its
No,
eye. It looks
Yeah,
like
that's
I
a
was
white
gonna say,
dog.
I feel like I haven't seen that dog in about 10 years.
Master race
It's been
dog?
a while.
it looks
White?
Like, well, no, it
Could be
looks,
German.
It looks
It's
like
got
the
that
one
big old
from.
fucking head.
It's like Spuzz McKenzie. That's a pit bull.
Kind of. It's like a weird pit bull. It's like the one from our gang, like from the Alfalfa
yeah, the
shorts.
football
it's
head
like that
kinda weird.
same dog.
Oh, okay.
And
Well,
it
fuck
had
that
it
dog.
had the bullseye around its eye. I think that's where they stole it from.
Cross between a Chihuahua and Spuds.
Didn't they draw that on there, though?
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it was obviously a kid drew it around his eye. I mean, like, it's animal abuse.
Well, yeah. But I was okay in the 30s.
Is that when they did that? I hated that show.
Did you? You hate everything.
Fucking Our Gang.
You fucking
hated
bitched
that.
about the Muppet Show.
Fuck
Like,
the
who
Muppets.
hates the Muppet
Okay, I
Show?
hate the Muppets. I've
How-
always
how's
hated
that
them.
even
Creepy and
possible?
weird and fucked up.
Everybody
Like the
always had a
Muppet
favorite
Show
Muppet.
was fucking amazing.
I don't have a favorite Muppet.
Who's your favorite
That's the
Muppet?
dog.
Yes,
Brian?
you do.
Neither of them. Oh, there it is. There's the dog.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the target
Yeah.
dog.
Okay,
Oh,
of
that
course
is
they have to use a
that's
female
that is
because
bigger
otherwise
dog than I thought
his
it
Why's he
balls
got
will be
an
on that
arc
rug.
reactor around his neck.
was. It's a Schnauzer?
No,
That's what
that's
that
a pit
is.
bull.
Like I said,
Yeah,
said,
look at the head. It's a foot.
Ryan was that dog
long
for like 5
face.
years.
Yeah.
Spot.
That's the pit bull. Look it up. There's a wiki page on this dog, I'm
I
sure.
don't think that's a pit.
She is
It's a female, by the way.
a probably what's called a
Thank you for checking, Ryan.
pit bull
Looking
terrier.
right at it.
Yeah, that
probably what it
sounds
is.
right.
Yeah, mini bull terrier.
Mini
Okay.
bull terrier.
I could get
Mini.
behind that.
Wow. And they I like how they take the word pit off of it like it's it's soft. It's a mini bull. It's still a bull.
Well, they stopped selling the dogs.
Well, they didn't want to be
Everybody's up
associated
in
with.
arms against pit bulls.
Did they really take this dog off the ad?
I haven't seen it
No,
in forever.
come on.
Really?
There's a Target that has like a statue of that, like a realistic statue of that dog.
We
just
should go by and
sitting
spray
by
it.
the door.
I don't
Every
know
time.
from where or why, but I used to have a stuffed animal of it.
She's mono again.
Didn't it used to be a
I don't know what to do.
heavy German dog like you see old war documentaries and
Oh.
You'd always see like a high-ranking general with one of those dogs.
Well, those I don't remember.
I want
those.
like my Target just has a giant red concrete bowl in front of it.
That's
Dude,
I would much rather.
I
have
can
a
tell
dog.
you from experience, although they look like kickballs,
Don't run up
They
and
are
kick
not.
them. Yeah, I feel like every kid who walks by those has tried that once.
they are solid concrete,
Wow.
and it hurts a lot. And they're like not like stuck on anything. Like they're just sitting there, like somebody just dropped a ball.
I could really
You
get
gotta
this
be
thing
anchored
going.
though, right? If that thing started rolling, it
I
would
mean,
crush a few cars
are.
before it
It's
stopped.
Probably connected to the parking
I'm
lot
saying, if there's
somehow.
ever an earthquake, all the Target balls in the city are going loose, and it's going to be like a giant pinball game.
God, could you imagine having
Multi-ball.
Can you imagine having a fucking an earthquake that would turn those loose and then a tornado would pick them up and throw them around
Oh
somewhere?
God.
I mean, I've definitely kicked them, and
Well.
they're definitely solid. You can't move them.
That's too bad.
But they look like kickballs that somebody's walking out of the Target with a bag, like a buggy full of kickballs, and a few fell off, and that's where they got stuck. And then you just run up and kick them, and then you're going to the emergency room for a broke foot.
Well, I think that one's on you.
Target employees. Here comes
It's on
that
his
Jason
foot.
guy again. Keeps kicking
Yeah,
our fucking
Jesus,
Target
watch
balls.
this. Put the
Mike-
cameras on this guy.
So
Steel toe boots.
imagine this, y'all. You're some kid walking out of Target with a new kickball you just bought, and it falls out of your bag, and Jason runs up and kicks it.
Yes.
How is that any better than kicking a concrete ball?
It's not better. It's way worse. In fact, it's so bad that he's getting up and walking away from the
He's
microphone.
disgusted.
His
by-
fucking toe hurts.
Yeah.
Still not healed
Yeah,
He
correctly.
re-broke his foot just by thinking about it.
Yeah, it already. It's the pain is resumed. Oh boy, he's getting a new mic cable out of there because he's tired of Jazz's mic going to mono.
Well,
It
Is it?
it
I
goes
don't
to it goes from stereo to my left ear, and it's not that it's going to mono. It's something wrong with the cable. I think it's just clicking in and out.
that's weird.
Well, we put so
It's
much
a little
wear on these things, moving the mics. And
Yeah.
I'm glad we got a check from Twitch because I'm buying all new mic cables.
Twitchy.
I need one as
Somebody's
well.
table dancing.
Twitchy paid us. Twitch paid us.
I won't
Thank
say
you.
any
Or a new mic
names.
stand at least.
Ryan.
And those stands are kind of hard on the cables if the
So, I mean,
stand
this
is
thing's
constantly being fucked with, like
It
he
has
does.
no- It has no stiffness.
Oh, I know. It's
Look at
it's
that.
it's give it a
It's
fucking
like
pill.
40 years old right here.
It's a limp arm.
It's not 40, sir. It's not. It might be 58 before it starts going. You know, you're not as excited as you were for certain things. You just don't have the zest for living. You know,
Used to be
that's a good
excited
show
to see
title.
me.
Zest for living. I have a newfound zest for living. It did not present
your
itself.
boat that is docked for the next
No.
9 months.
Oh, 9 months, please. I'll be on that fucking thing in, well, 6 months.
1, 2, 3, 4.
The season begins in April. Far too fucking cold to get on the water in April.
Do you remember what April was like this year?
Yep.
No.
Pretty fucked.
No,
Wasn't
it was a
nobody
long
on
time
boats
ago.
this year.
No, was no boating going on.
Winter
fact-
went until like May this year. You really don't remember that?
Remember how
The
wet it
longest
was?
Fucking winter.
No,
The
last
fucking
year
lake
was
was-
the bad one because we had frost in May.
Yeah, we had no spring. Oh,
We
that's
couldn't
better.
put out
Ooh.
the.
Yeah.
You're better.
Yeah.
I didn't fuck with your cable.
I don't know.
Fucking
Yes.
with the
hear
adjustment
you.
of the
Yeah,
mic.
I know.
Sounds good.
That mic
Okay.
stand has the built-in cable. That's probably what's wrong.
Yeah,
with
that's
that.
what's wrong with that one.
That's
But
why I kept trying to
if-
adjust. Oh, that
If you
sounds
don't
so much
touch it,
better.
yeah,
Ooh.
don't touch it from here on out. It'd be perfect.
So you need a new mic stand, which means I got to order 2 of those, and I've got to order new mic cables for everything.
I was gonna say I'm pretty sure I need a new cable, but this
I mean, this
been
one seems to be
working
all right,
fine
but you
today.
never know, so just get an extra.
Well, it's the old gold ones that are dying. That's an old gold one. That's an or gold.
Gold.
Old silver.
Silver.
Old silver ones that are
Yeah,
dying.
yeah, you're right. Silver ones are
Gotcha.
dying out, and this is a silver, but it's served us
No,
well.
yours
so
isn't
far.
a silver.
Right there.
No, yours is a
Oh, okay.
higher quality one.
It is. Did not know
It's
that.
all silver. Doesn't have the black.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I thought you were talking about the
Anyway,
thing. Whatever. Yeah, but anyway, I've had a pretty good attitude, and I've been more upbeat. I've had to work a lot of Sundays. I'm not happy about that, really. But yesterday was the first kind of tough day I had in my job, and it's because of my supervisor.
Somebody spit in the trash can?
I do it all day,
A
every
rash
day.
of the flu.
I don't give a
half
shit.
half the office had the flu, so there was just puke and shit everywhere.
he had
No.
to clean up after himself for the first time.
Ooh,
That's what
yeah,
happened.
that would be a bad day.
The boss is
Who
really
flushes
cool.
underwear? Oh wait a minute, that's mine.
That's cool.
Believe me, that's got a huge. That toilet has those shitters have huge throats on them. Whoosh.
Who flushed these? Oh, that's my name on
Yep.
it. Never mind.
Yeah, I put my initials on all my underwear so I know.
I
Just
just
the
figured But the R's backwards.
Yeah, they're backwards, and it's written in buckshot on the seat of the pants. The supervisor, Doug, he's a fucking cool guy. He's a nice guy. He's a
Okay.
good boss.
All right.
He's a
And
guy.
he is. He's a great guy. And he wanted to do a nice thing for the carriers, which I understand. So he this was Friday. So he gets he had a charcoal grill there in the shed. So he gets the charcoal grill out and he grills a bunch of shit on Friday for the dudes, and the ladies. He cooks up all this stuff. Throw some brisket on, dogs, hots, brats, all that shit. Hamburgers.
What's hots?
I was kind of
Red
curious
Hots,
about that myself.
sausages.
Yeah, sausages. Yeah,
Okay. You actually had an answer to that. I thought you just brought up hot and dogs.
I knew what he meant.
No, it's separate.
Okay, got it.
But yeah, he does all this shit, and I started thinking, like after I helped him find that charcoal, got him got it all started up, got him the lighter and everything he needed, and he was like, hey man, it's gonna be great. And he had these pans out there. He was cooking his fucking ass off.
Then he handed you the dishes.
No. And then I realized, oh fuck, they're gonna eat. Oh fuck, they're gonna be eating at the case. I mean, there's no other way to do it. And so that fucked up kind of the day. I had changed the trash like 3 times because everybody was eating at different times, and there was fucking shit everywhere in the break room. So they fucked that real good. But then we ate. Guess where they went?
The shitter.
They went to the shitter. And somebody flushed this one so many times that the valve now, when you hit it, it goes whoosh, and it just like a cup of water goes in it and nothing goes down. So then the next guy, I guess all the stalls are full, so the next guy's like, fuck it. It's only one, so he goes in there and lays another hot on top of it. And it just keeps popping. I stood there,
Have you
flushed
ever
it.
shit in it?
That's what I'm
Never.
saying too.
in your
Never.
life?
Go to
Yeah.
the woods.
I'm kind
I
of
would go to a
curious
gas
who
station.
Brian pissed off enough
go to
in
the
that office
floor.
that they started this whole riot against him.
I've
to
made
do
friends
this.
with a lot of them.
Guys, I got an idea. Let's all shit in the same toilet without flushing. Yeah, but
I think
isn't that like gross for us?
Yeah, you
than
don't want
him?
somebody else's steam coming up and getting you.
No, and you don't
Get
want to sit on.
Oh,
Well,
God.
there's no splashback if you're just piling on top of each other.
Yeah, but still, you could
Once
touch.
you get above the
You don't
water
want 'em to
level.
touch.
That's true.
I mean, fuck,
This
you
is
sit
sounding
down.
like a hoarder's home.
Was that
It's
mountain
bad.
through?
Yeah. Oof. So anyway, like 3 people had shit in this thing. Or maybe it was the same guy that kept going back. That's possible too. That's possible. So when I flushed it 85 times and it finally went down, and then I reached over, I did the old toilet man trick. I put the broom in there and I locked the fucking door. Didn't put a sign on it or nothing. I just locked the door down. Okay, so that ended that. I came in the next day.
And you let that set in the bowl overnight.
No, flushed it, got it all fucking straightened up, then I locked it. I was like, okay, we're gonna call maintenance and they're gonna come in and put a new valve on this fucking thing.
Aren't you maintenance?
No, well, I am maintenance, but I'm not allowed to do toilet valves.
He's mini maintenance.
Since when have you
Yeah.
not done things
They're
that
big
you weren't allowed to
maintenance.
do?
I don't have any toilet valves. I don't have stocked. I don't have any plumbing supplies.
Kind of are you? You should keep.
I got
all
some.
No, here's what his job is. He's like a scout.
That'll fix
I need to
it.
watch.
He's a scout.
where it should be.
He sees problems for the real maintenance guys and calls them in.
That's
That
kind of
seems
true.
legit.
Yeah,
Just a spotter.
that's kind of true. I'm a spotter for the bad valves. So then the next day, Doug comes in. Doug likes to eat, and like 3 times a week, he'll stop at this Asian donut place, and they're good, by the way. And he'll have a dozen fucking donuts sitting there, and you think, oh, he's bought those and he's sharing them with people. He's a fucking nice guy. So I walk up and I open the box. He goes, "Hey, fuck you doing?" I said, "I was looking at the donuts, man." He's like, "Those are mine."
Those are my donuts.
And there's like 4 left. I said, "Have you eaten all? You've eaten like how many do you get?"
Don't touch his food, man.
Yeah, right. So I learned that the hard way. He gets up and was talking, and he started laughing, but he went into the bathroom. I was like, all right. So I went around, I did the lobby, I did my rounds, made coffee, and I'm sitting in there, and I was like, oh, Doug was in the shitters, and I didn't go in there and do that, so I got to go in there and do it for everybody that gets there. So I went in, and
I don't know if
There
I'd
was
be
a nice
comfortable.
written message on the wall.
no, it wasn't on the wall.
Don't touch my
Yeah.
nuts.
Did you notice he left out the part how when Doug was in the shitter, he stole a donut because he knew they were unguarded?
I didn't do that. He likes a
He
certain.
knows how many's left, and he knows who would have done
Yeah,
He drew one back. He drew a copy of it on
Smell
there.
the cinnamon
Like
or
Doug-
whatever.
Doug likes to eat. Doug is a certain size of a man, and I know he knows exactly how many donuts are in that fucking box.
We
So
got
I'm
this
not
many 4
fucking.
left. Yeah.
Here's the concerning part to me, though, is like Brian knows whenever who shits when. Like it's like he's
Yep.
keeping track. He's got. It's like
You
So
can't
is
help
that
it.
what you're doing with
it's
your
like
old
a period
union
calendar,
book?
but it's a shit calendar.
His old union book? It's got like shitting
It's
schedules
got
on it
shitting
now.
times on
I
it.
was
I
gonna
know
say,
who's
that's,
in there.
That's literally like his job. You know how we can remember
Yeah,
when
that's
our
my fucking
customers
job.
do,
I
like
guess you got a point.
if they're on vacation or when they're coming back or
Yep.
something like that.
Which
or,
furthers evidence that the fucking toilet man closes the bathroom when he knows I have to pee because
That
he
is.
knows my
That's
pee
true.
schedule.
100%.
And also, you got to know I have never closed the bathroom ever. I
Wow.
thought about it, but I didn't
Didn't
do
you
it.
just say that you went in there and locked the door?
No,
Yeah, but that was
closing
one
the entire
stall.
restroom.
Oh,
One
I thought
stall
you
is
were
that
talking about the
close.
whole restroom.
Could you?
No, no.
This guy blocks off the whole hallway, locker room, everything.
Yeah,
it's
no
one
access.
stall out of 2, so it's half the bathroom.
Okay.
Could you?
No,
clean-
there's 4 stalls.
What?
1, 2, 3. We got 4 stalls in there. 4,
Oh,
2
it-
pissers and 4 shitters.
y'all just have one bath.
Wow, that's-
Right. There's only one
one
set of
bathroom
bathrooms.
now.
Yeah.
Well, we only have one set of bathrooms too.
Would you
Well,
be
yeah.
fine with going back to your old
And our
station and,
station's as big as
and
yours.
being
No.
the janitor?
Not at all.
Would
no.
you not
I thought about
Clean
it.
up after his shit.
I had it on my bid
I don't
sheet.
shit at work.
I know, but
That's a home
hypothetically,
game, sir.
That's funny. I had that station. It was my first choice
Mhm.
in the event that anybody retires or whatever. That was number 1 on my bid sheet. And I was about 2 weeks ago. I submitted a blank bid sheet. I said, take that out of there. I don't want to work there. There's no fucking way I can work there. No way. He's got a bad off day. Number 1. Number 2. Do you think after all the fucking trouble I caused in there that I'm gonna go in there and clean up after those fucking animals?
You
No.
think you're gonna be nice to him?
No.
What- his
Y'all
off
think that
day
fucking
isn't
guy you
bad.
got now is a dick.
Isn't his off day like?
Thursday.
It's
Stinks.
not bad.
It stinks. It does.
What's yours now?
Tuesday.
Oh yeah, that's way better.
It is. You got a lot of 3-day weekends.
you more than Thursdays.
I
But
don't get forced in. I don't have holidays. You know,
all
I
right,
got all that
never
shit.
mind. I'm an asshole.
Alright.
Makes sense.
I would
now.
rather have Thursday
I have
for our
Thursdays.
job, just because it's a break in the middle of the week.
Yeah, but our job's different. We
Well,
actually
my-
do work.
My other job was Wednesday, and that was
Fair
good too.
point.
But anyway, Doug goes in there. So I go in after Doug, and I go in, start doing the things, and I get to the last stall, and I open it up, and
The handicap stall?
yeah, it's the one he likes to use. That's his favorite one.
Well, he's a larger gentleman. I would
Well, yeah,
imagine.
but he doesn't need the handles. He just likes to have the room.
No, he wants to spread out. He wants to
Yeah.
be able to open his knees.
To be
He
fair,
takes
those other
his
stalls
jacket off, and he uses the
make
jacket
me
hook.
feel uncomfortable. So I'm sure a big guy would feel uncomfortable in those smaller stalls.
Yeah, it's closing in on him.
I still say America needs floor to ceiling stalls.
Floor to ceiling.
Yeah, instead of
Yeah.
like the fucking half gap. where
Oh,
you can
yeah.
see like to the
Yeah. Need that
You
room
need
underneath.
go.
Maybe an inch so an overflow can run down the
Other than
drain
that,
or something,
yeah,
but
no.
other than that,
floor
no.
to ceiling. No 3-inch gap in the door.
No gap in the. You can't look under the front door to see if somebody's in there. I hear you.
Have an occupied. Whenever somebody locks the door, just says occupied on the outside.
I'd be fine with just a lock that locks.
I would like an airlock.
If you pee
really,
in one
is
of
what I would
those
like.
stalls, just pee. Do you shut the door?
No.
I don't either.
Do you?
No.
Are you sitting down when you do it?
But I mean, some
No.
people
Most
do.
of the time.
I guess.
The only time I use one's when the stalls are
I like
or
ripping
the urinals are all full.
Well,
You rip the
obviously.
door off the shitter and just sit there and take a dump, and everybody comes in.
Follow him.
What are you doing? Have to prop the door open. Look at that. That's a real shit
Yeah.
right there.
Phew.
Floor to
Floor to
ceiling,
ceiling.
baby.
There's an executive washroom.
That's dangerous.
Not a
Full-
bathroom.
How do you get
Those
in
are
that if
murder
you need
cubicles.
to? Yeah,
That's
those
not.
are
Those are
murder
rape
cubicles.
stalls. That's what that is.
Full
They
privacy.
even have door kickers on the bottom.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They're
So, Doug.
fancy.
So I go in there and the seat is down, and there is some splash, buckshot, shrapnel, all over the back, and I started laughing because like, God damn, because he's done this before, but it's never been this bad.
We ate a fucking dozen Asian
Yeah,
donuts.
I know.
You eat a dozen donuts at MSG from the Asians. See what happened to you.
So when you like throw up, when you have the flu and you throw up so much that you just like the last throw up you do is all stomach bile and it's yellow.
Yeah.
That's what this looked like.
Mm,
All right. So while I was cleaning this up off of the rim, under the seat, up against a little on the wall, and then some inexplicably on the side of the
no
bowl,
wonder
That's some
he
hell of a
hangs his
water
jacket
displacement.
up.
it's
Jeez.
like it started blowing out the second, like right before his cheeks touched the
no,
seat.
I think what that's all splashback.
Yeah.
It was like a fucking rocket hit the water
I don't
and
understand. Yeah,
just went every direction.
but I
out
don't
of there.
understand. Like so much liquid, and it was like this mucusy thing. So much of it went on the rim and under the seat and on the side of the bowl. It
Yeah,
didn't
that's splashback.
that had to be an airborne release.
No, I
mean,
think
that had to be.
I think it was so heavy. It was like a cannonball, like a misfired.
that there be some water in it, though.
Yeah, but heat rises, so some of that's going to have shit particles in it.
And the other thing is, I think maybe
the water evaporates.
he misjudged the height of the
Science.
toilet, maybe, and he just started releasing. Oh, wait, it's too early. Brr. That's what it seemed like.
You'd have a lot more on top.
Maybe it got like
Yeah.
halfway to the water and then exploded.
It could have.
Oh, it was a surface detonation.
The water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely a fragment type.
I was
ma-
thinking Overwatch, Roadhog, his alt shoots the ball out and then it explodes
Yeah.
out. Like that.
So anyway, when I got done cleaning that up, I laughed, and then I went up to him.
You owe
And,
me a donut.
He was sitting there.
Dude,
and
I gotta
he
tell
was eating the last donut.
if
when
you're
I-
fucking with people over their shit, not cool.
he can take it.
Okay.
And I walked up because at first, like the first couple of weeks, I didn't really say much to him. I kept my head down. I just
Brian
did the
goes
thing.
in
I
on
didn't say
Monday and
anything.
there's a transfer on his desk to another station.
But he's been asking me, "Hey, will you mind doing this?" Because he knows that we don't do certain things. We don't do jump seats, for instance. But I told him, "Look, man, I don't mind as long as
And
as
he's
long
100% about that. I've seen that dude mop a floor before.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And I said, as long as you don't ask me to like do 10 of them for inspection or whatever, I'll do one every when you need. I'll just do one if you need one because it doesn't take that much time.
I didn't know y'all didn't do jump seats.
No, it's a
Every station I've ever been at,
Really?
there's
no,
a guy that does
never
the jump.
supposed
I
to
was
do.
gonna
Yeah,
say,
used
does
to
them
do it.
every single time one needs to be
Right.
put in a truck.
But when they have more than one, they say we need 3 put in here, or
Oh,
during
okay.
inspection and all that, they have to have.
Well, we only
It's
have
MVS
2.
comes in, does it?
So.
So anyway, we got this going on, and I come up to Doug, and he's eating that last donut, and I said, "Hey, I was gonna take a shot in the dark here, man." He goes, "What's that?" He goes, "Was there a problem?" I said, "No.
Are you dying?
You don't have a gallbladder, is that correct?" And he looked at me like, "What the fuck?" He goes, Yeah, I've got a gallbladder." I said, "I'm just trying to come up with an explanation that would seem to satisfy me as far as what occurred in that handicap stall about 20 minutes
God.
ago." And he starts laughing. He goes, "No, my gallbladder's fine, man." He's out.
That was lymph in the toilet. That's what you.
Yeah, little Liz, the last note he blew out of his ass. I said, "How are you losing them? Are you shitting them out?" But yeah, he said, I said, "I know you prefer that stall, okay? I'm not going to say nothing. But goddamn, have mercy. Have some mercy. I've been doing jump seats for you, man." He's laughing. So just take it in the future. Just take it easy. If you need to, I'll drive you to the gas station down here. If you need to.
I'll drive you to the gas.
So he was in fucking tears, and I just okay. I did that. I walked away, and then I sat down.
If it
and I
was
didn't
me tomorrow, I'm shitting in the floor. I'm
shit in the drum.
sauerkraut and fucking bran muffins between now and tomorrow morning, and then I'm shitting in the floor. Fuck you, buddy.
Well, see, our relationship has improved
Cuttlefish.
to the point now where he's coming into the office. He kind of tap a little bit, and there's this huge mirror up there, so you can like sit there, and you can put your dick away when you see somebody coming in the room, and you can see who's coming in the door.
If
And
you
it's
can,
all
can see you. That's how a mirror works, bro.
he's not looking. You can see the door start to open. It gives you
Because he
enough time.
accidentally
Unless it's a
looked the
two-way.
first time he knocked on the
Or
door.
one way.
He's
If it's a
learned
one-way
better.
mirror.
Well, he taps on the door, and he'll come in, and he just kind of, he gives you enough time. He walks real slow, so he's like, "Okay, whatever you're doing, you're fucking off. If you're sleeping, this gives you enough time to sit up and pretend like you were awake and doing something." So I always got these papers all over the desk, like I'm going through this book, like I'm ordering light bulbs or some shit. And he comes in.
MSD
And,
sheets that he's ripped out of the OSHA mandated book.
Yeah, I got those. So he comes in just to shoot the shit. And he goes, he likes these Asian women. Okay, and he's like, told me he's hooked up with this broad the other night. And, he's had a good time with her. And he said this one girl was kind of hitting him up a lot. And she's cute, but she's a little too fat.
I like
She's
my
she's
women like
fat.
I like my donuts.
He said, "I don't like fat women."
Asian.
And so he told the woman,
And cream filled.
Took me a
"Yeah, okay." Took me a minute.
Come
Put that-
on.
That's good. Asian. So then he goes,
I wonder if he gets the donuts for free.
"No, he doesn't. That's the only, he doesn't really like the donuts. He goes in there because there's an Asian chick working in there.
You know
and
the
she's
worst
not fat.
part about eating a dozen Asian donuts is
The cleanup.
you're hungry
Awful.
again 30 minutes later.
Doesn't that mean you just go get more Asian donuts?
Yeah, that's what it means.
That's why they do it.
That's why they're in business.
It's all the MSG telling you.
That's why that lady drives a fucking Rolls Royce. I drive a Rolls Royce into a donut. Oh, I'll do the voice again. Donut shop. But he told me, yeah, I finally had to end it with this chick. She kept hitting on me, and she wants to go out and all that shit. He said, I finally just had to tell her, look, there's only going to be one fat motherfucker in that bitch. Holy shit.
Doug is like genuinely one
And
of
he
the
kinda
funniest people I
He's
know.
very funny. He's
That's
very
good.
dry, and he's kind of dark, and he's just like, whatever. You know, he does that shit. And he said a bunch of other things like that were really funny, just deadly. And he does great impressions. Like of people generally.
Oh,
We
yeah?
got a clerk in there that is always out of breath. I don't know if the guy's got COPD, but every time he approaches Doug, he goes, he has to take this huge breath. And so we call him Wheezy. So we have names for all of them. We've been laughing at Wheezy because every time you like, hey man, are y'all done with this? Like we don't need to know. We just want to ask him to see if he does. So he'll go done. He does.
For Malcolm in the Middle.
That's what I was thinking about.
It was fucked up. So then right before Doug walks out, he turns around and he goes, oh, who's this? He does it again. Shit. I said, yeah, we've got a name for that guy. We call him Wheezy. And he goes, yeah, it's perfect. It's perfect. We got the dribbler. We got Wheezy.
Dribbler.
The dribbler's the guy that has to run in there and piss on the floor every morning because he used to work at the plant. And like as soon as, I don't
understand.
before
why
the
he's
floors are
doing
dry,
that.
he goes there and dribbles all over the floor, and he doesn't wash his hands, and he runs out of the bathroom. I don't know why he does it. He does it every day. I mean, I'm going to go over and start he works, in a couple of weeks if it
To be
continues.
fair, he doesn't work in a bathroom, and you do. So
It's very
Doesn't
true.
matter. You
One of
don't
these
have to.
things
You don't
is-
have to dribble all over the floor.
says
Doug.
the guy who used to piss on the floor on purpose.
Doug also said.
This is just karma coming back to bite him in the
Doug
ass.
also
More
said-
than one time we have recording of him saying that.
About that guy,
Several episodes.
Doug said, maybe his wife is a witch. I said, what? He's like, yeah, maybe she's a witch. Maybe she put a spell on him to have a fucking tight asshole where he can't prostate sweat. Dribble. You will never have a strong stream of urine ever. But then he goes, bippity boppity boo. This motherfucker, do you do pop? I wanted to ask him. I was like, you want to come on the show?
I don't think he would do it, but he would
No, but
be
he would-
awesome on
yeah,
the show. I'm
he
sure
would be
that
awesome.
guy's got more stories than all of us combined.
Absolutely, yeah.
How long's he been supervisor?
It's
at
been a
this
while.
business?
Long
It's been a
time.
while, yeah.
I'm concerned about bringing on any member of management.
He hates them as much as we do, honestly. and
Most
it's,
managers hate other managers.
Yeah.
he gets it. I mean,
Oh, is he manager or
gets-
supervisor?
He's a supervisor.
Oh, okay.
He's been the manager, acting manager a couple of times, but he wanted the
Is he
job that your old manager got. No,
He
wanted the job
he
that
bid
your old
on it
manager
last time.
left behind.
He
yeah.
didn't get it.
Yeah, he didn't get it.
My guy got it.
Right.
Well,
Is he retiring
And he
anytime
moved on.
soon?
No,
Mm.
he's got to wait.
he's probably going to bid on the position at my station again.
I think he did, and I think they've decided against it already.
Fucking shit.
Yeah,
Why?
I don't know. I'm glad he's staying, but
Bruce isn't.
because he's fucking. I
Well,
mean, he's
so-
great.
So he's never been like he's been acting manager at our station a few times for a period of like a month or a couple of
Yeah.
months.
Mhm.
But he's never been station manager there.
Not permanently.
I
no,
wish he
he's never-
was.
Yeah, he'd be great, but he gets in arguments on telecon. He doesn't, especially
doesn't
with
take
this
their
new
shit,
one, he
yeah.
doesn't take any shit.
Right.
And he's like, I don't know what
They
the
don't
fuck
want
you're
that.
yelling.
Yeah.
They hate it. Yeah, they hate him. Because
Yeah,
he stands up for
Cooter,
himself on there.
Cooter got in an argument on the telecom.
Uh-oh.
And
In your case?
no,
Yeah.
no,
I
it
mean,
wasn't mine.
that's usually where you hear it.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't mine, but it was close enough to where I could hear it. And so they pulled him back, and then Jordan fucked up a bunch of shit. And all of a sudden our DPS started coming like at the normal time as opposed to an hour and a half later, because that's what he was doing.
Yeah.
And then I said, what, did he finally get his shit together? And they said, no, he's coming back on Tuesday.
Fuck.
So he had been replaced,
Yeah.
and that's why everything got fixed.
Yeah.
But now, again, and the first day when I saw him, I was like, hey, welcome back. And he said, I'm not here long.
Yeah, he will.
Oh God.
He's like, I'm moving on. I'm just back for the holidays.
Where was he at?
He was
plant.
at the plant,
At the plant.
working in HR or some bullshit. Is a
No, no, no. He was running, he was supervising whatever section has the DPS and something else on it. He was actually, like,
he was started.
supervising.
He started it detail in HR, and then
Then
he
moved
fucked
over
it
there.
up, so they moved him over there. But
How
they
do you
didn't move
fuck
you
up
after
HR?
You let some people that should have been fired squeak through, I guess.
No, we had HR anymore.
Well,
They don't.
You
It's all
think you're the
details that
greatest person
expire.
ever, and you act like Michael Scott, thinking it's okay.
I
Right.
mean, you go to where HR used to be at the plant, and it's just like an empty room. Like you can look in the glass. It's just fucking empty.
it's
There's nothing
dead.
in there.
There's a desk and all the. It's
Yeah.
fucking dusty. It's old. All that
Yes.
fucking. There's like VIC 20s on the desk. Fucking old as shit in there.
It's fucking ridiculous.
They
Like
got a
it's-
mainframe
I mean,
computer.
look,
It's
the
as big as
purpose
this
of
room.
HR is
fuck?
to manage between management and the people. It's all union now. Like everybody
no,
just
no.
goes.
No. It used to be where you went to get hired. It used to be like you would call them if you had a problem with your check and stuff like that.
And all that stuff is automated.
It's not automated. We're paying,
all in Minnesota.
we're paying another company to do it. It's all outsourced now.
Oh,
That's why, like, they
didn't know
handled
that.
retirements. They handled all kinds of shit like
Shared services.
that. Yeah, and
That's a
okay.
outsourced thing.
and now they outsource.
Because we
it
share
to
it with a couple other.
There
entities or
are
whatever.
people who have waited on death benefits, like our insurance we pay for, like life
There's no
insurance.
Carol in HR.
waited for like the life insurance payments for like 2 years now because that shit's so fucked up they can't get people paid when somebody dies.
Shit, I didn't know anything
Like
about
it's
that.
fucking jacked.
The only thing that is good is the retirement thing. If you call and request all that shit, and you have a date, that shit comes exactly like you can plan that. But like if something unexpected happens, like you die,
As long as you're playing it.
yeah,
6
as long as
months
you're
ahead of
planning,
time.
yeah, right. Well, you have to, because you usually have a bunch of leave you need to burn up because you don't
Well,
want to
yeah.
lose it. You know?
But there was one time that when they first switched to the company that's doing it now, none of the clerks got overtime in the whole country. Like they just ignored their overtime hours.
Paid
You
them
wanna
straight
talk-
for everything.
Yeah, no, they didn't give them all their hours. They gave them their 40 and none of the overtime hours.
I thought
Those
they
other
just paid them
hours
straight
didn't
time
exist.
No.
Oh.
And then our clerks were, of course, not happy. They didn't work good till it was, confirmed that it was fixed.
That's the kind of shit too that I don't like. When that happens, the clerks go fucking ape shit, which is their right, really.
Well,
And
they
then
didn't
their
get
union
paid.
your union
Yeah.
steps in and says, "Hey, you fucked all these people,"
right.
and then they'll just go, what? And then they have to go and write this contentious grievance, and then they will fight it all the way to the top, drag it out, and then finally it's like, look, just the fuckers.
Well, they fixed it
And
like
then they'll
3
say-
days later because it was all over the country and nothing was getting done.
Right, but then they'll say, "Well, the fucking union, goddamn bunch of assholes, they can't get along with anybody." It's like, no, you just didn't pay the people. You just didn't pay them.
Right.
It's like that. If y'all would just done
Hard
that,
to pay them when you don't have the money to pay them.
right?
So Charlene, they had her come in on Tuesday and deliver parcels. And God knows why. Like,
Tuesday.
I'm like,
Fuck.
it was Veterans Day.
Oh yeah, okay.
But so
I don't know when the holidays are.
she came over there. What's her face? The one chick that's back, not our station manager. I don't
Oh,
know why
she's
I'm
back?
blanking on her name.
The one I told that I was gonna.
Yeah,
Carla.
Carla.
Right. She's
Uh,
back, huh?
So Carla comes over and says, Charlene's going to be taking some of your parcels, Kevin, and some of your parcels, Kara. And then I sat there for a few minutes. I was like, no, she's going to take some of all our parcels because it's not holiday overtime,
Mm-hmm.
and you're not going to get special help. And she's like, well, I have a bigger route. And I said, right, but you also get paid for a bigger route.
Yeah.
She's
Right.
taking some of all our parcels.
Yeah.
So I argued for it a little bit. And eventually she said, all right, you can have her take some of your parcels. And I gave her none of my parcels.
No,
but
she's-
like, just as long as everybody got equal treatment, I didn't
Yeah.
care.
You should have just
Yeah.
written down 5 addresses and said, drive to these 5 addresses.
and just sit out front.
Slowly.
Yeah.
Well, it was the point of the thing. Like, it's not Christmas overtime. You're not doing it so they don't go into overtime. You're
Yeah.
just doing it because they're the 2 biggest routes, but they get paid for being on the 2 biggest
Right.
routes.
Yeah, that's stupid. Yeah.
Like, I'm going to be going over evaluated 2 today.
Mhm.
Anyway, so she slid off a driveway on wet leaves because it was the day it snowed.
Was it the one that you told her to go to and not to?
No. So she just slid like a little bit, and then it was kind of snowy, and there was a bunch of leaves on the ground, and they were wet.
Yeah.
And then when she tried to go forward, she couldn't go forward, so she tried backing up to, get a little bit more run and go, but then she still couldn't go forward.
Was
so
it the road on a hill
It was
named after a guy?
No, it's on Cares Route.
Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah.
So she
gonna
just kept
say.
getting more and more stuck. So eventually she calls me. She's like, "What do I do?" And I was like, "Call the office. You got stuck. They never report these as an accident because
Right. She didn't hit anything.
Yeah." I was like, "You're
There's no
just
damage.
stuck." It's like they're either gonna send somebody out there to pull you out, or they'll send somebody out there that's willing to tear up shit to do it, but it won't be you.
God damn.
So they sent wound up sending a truck after her, like a tow truck.
Mhm.
She gets pulled out, and I saw Karen the next day. I was like, hey, so that's not going to be an accident on her, right? Because I want to look out for my people.
Did she strike anything?
No,
How bad did she tear up the yard?
she didn't.
Yeah,
Okay.
fuck the
It
yard.
was, she was on like 9 inches of leaves, dude. It was ridiculous.
Okay.
It was like this dude had piled all his
Zero
leaves.
damage to the yard.
Yeah, this dude
Just
just piled
The only thing I
next
could
to the
consider that
driveway.
being an accident if the customer
Right, like
bitches
what,
and moans
what are
about.
they even going to write it up as?
Did she
Well, well, she left the roadway. So Karen's like, no, it's not an accident, but I'm going to send a demand letter for the tow truck.
What?
no, you're not allowed to do that.
What does that mean?
She's doing it.
They're not allowed
What
to
does
do
that mean?
That means that they're going to make her try to make her pay for the cost of the tow truck.
That's
That's not
bullshit.
allowed. That's not allowed at all.
Well, and then this is where me and Karen.
Is she still
like,
in her 90? No, she's
no,
not.
she's
No.
probably way out of it right now.
Yeah, she
Like,
was
she's been there like 6
6
months.
months.
I've been
Yeah.
gone for like
yeah,
9
but if
weeks.
she's
and
only working
yeah.
1 or 2 days a week.
She's not. She's working 4 or 5. She'll go wherever
Okay.
she can go to get work.
Oh.
Yeah, she
So
hustles.
like she's
I was,
working 4
I was
or
going to
5
ask you
days a
about
week.
that too, but
Unlike
if she's getting
another
plenty of work,
sub that
okay.
was there, she's proved there is work out there
Yeah,
for
no,
people to
she
do.
will. Yeah, she'll go work, and if she's not getting work tomorrow, she'll be like, all right, I got to call a few places, and she'll get work.
She'll show up. Somewhere
The day she
call.
misses her days, like she's gonna take her dad to the VA and stuff like that. Days she doesn't want to work because the only day she's not working. But so I said, well, that's all well and good, Karen, but y'all didn't pay her for 3 days on her last paycheck. So if you give her a demand letter before you fix her pay, she's probably gonna quit. Cause I quit.
Fuck yeah, I would quit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can't pay people, but you're gonna demand that they pay for the tow truck that had to pull them out. Okay.
It's unprecedented.
And
She's
she-
fucked like
Wait,
this.
I know
and
I
she
haven't
told me
paid you for the work you did 3 weeks
Yeah.
ago, but
Yeah.
I'm going to need you to pay for the work I did
Immediately,
yesterday.
too. It's
Yeah, that
demand.
sounds
It's
like
a
our
double
company.
letter of demand.
That
immediately.
sounds.
So
Easy
That's
win.
about right.
She told me this was her exact words. Corey's on it, and I said Corey ain't been on anything ever.
Corey doesn't know how to do it.
Corey has never done anything properly, and me and you both know this. And you got Jordan coming back. Cooter was working on it.
Yeah.
Then y'all sent him off somewhere,
He's back with me.
and now Jordan's coming back, and this isn't gonna happen, Karen. I tried getting a day back from Jordan that he took from me wrongly
A year
in
ago.
January.
Yeah.
It took me till August to get it. 9 months.
Mhm.
And y'all are going to send her a demand letter when you owe her $400 or $500 for this fucking all this work she did that she didn't get paid for.
Hmm.
Well, I
Yeah,
see your
that's gonna
point.
go over well.
I'll make sure I talk to Corey about it. And
They're
I was
still
like,
they're still going to send the demand letter,
I was
and
like,
she's still not
pretend
going to
like-
get paid. Yeah.
I said,
Is that
pretend like
something-
Corey doesn't exist because he doesn't.
Is that something that's just their craft? Because I've been stuck before. I've been pulled out.
No, that's the
And-
manager.
The
I've
idea
never-
of that
I've
is
never gotten
absurd to
I've never
me,
seen that.
that
It's
they would
insulting.
attempt to
It's
charge.
insulting.
I mean, I know we use outside. We don't, between certain hours, we don't use
Well,
our
like
company
if it was,
people.
well, that's the thing. It's if it's outside of our normal guys' work hours, like they don't work on weekends. So if it was on a Saturday,
Yeah.
then they have to call in
This
what
was
you
Yeah,
say,
yeah.
Tuesday,
Or if it's-
Tuesday at 11 p.m.
11
11 a.m. Sorry.
gonna say.
Holy shit! I was
Okay,
going
why
to say.
Why? I mean,
Our-
that's, fuck them.
They almost never do.
They have specific
They
trucks.
They do, and every time
Like,
they tow shit out to
that
the
thing's
station,
at least $200,000.
every time they
$100,000 for that.
tow shit out to the station, it's a local company that's doing it. It's
Yeah,
never our
I know which
trucks.
company you're talking about, but
But I've seen them come and pick up shit. They've been picking up shit at our station. with the
Very
flatbed.
rarely.
And probably what it is like y'all got us taking 5 trucks from each facility and taking them in there and doing whatever,
they've only probably got the
changing
one.
tires and doing all that bullshit. We're too busy doing this now, so you're just gonna have to.
I
go
got
pick these
stuck
people
once
up.
at Bruce's station
Fuck.
back when I worked out there because I pulled into a driveway and the dude had just had gravel brought and he had 7 inches of gravel. I took a
Nice.
ruler and measured. It
It's
was
like a ball.
7 inches of loose gravel.
It's like a ball pit.
The truck just went
You just can't get out of it.
You're fucked.
like it just sunk right down.
Yeah, it's like you're sitting on sand or something. It's crazy. You
And
don't-
then so we had
There's
our
no
tow truck
traction.
driver coming and he didn't know how to pull me out.
Yeah.
And you just- what is your job here?
I just brought
Is
the
this your
truck to
first
you,
day?
man.
Yeah.
Brought the truck.
For trucks.
I did what I was supposed to do.
You're the customer. That sucks.
I know
They've
that
really
they were
fallen
supposed
off.
to go to the gas station on the corner, but the address says here.
Yeah.
They think that we're gonna put shelves in.
I want
side
shelves.
of
I
the
want
guy's
shelves,
truck,
too.
Well, they delivered 10 sets of shelves to the dock, and it said custodian on it, and so I ripped the sign off. We don't do that. And but there's been a little pissing contest between the mechanics and the motor vehicle people because they're trying to determine because they've changed they got a new bulletin out that kind of reorganized the maintenance people. like the area people, the district people, and then the people who work in the offices and the people who work at the plant and shit. So they've reorganized all that, and so now the maintenance guys are saying, yeah, we don't fuck with shelves in the carrier's trucks anymore.
You
And
know
then
what-
they
you
said
know
the
what
motor vehicle
happens when
people
they
said,
start
we've never
reorganizing.
done the shelves.
Well, they start laying people off. That's the next step.
I thought it just
Is there a no
de-stressed
layoff
their
clause
holiday
in your
stress.
in your? Okay,
Yeah.
never mind.
Actually, I'm
I was
going to
say,
be interviewed for the
For the
maintenance
record,
guys.
Kevin put my shelves in, so the
Yeah,
I'm
good
just
custodian will
saying
do it.
But
the,
we're-
the custodians don't do
Good
it. That's twice this show where Brian said that when Kevin's done the thing that he doesn't
Kevin
do.
said that it was Kevin's idea. I said,
Starting
are we
to
supposed to
find
do
out.
that? He's like, fuck no. I said, well, there's a sign on it that said for custodian. He said, well, fuck it, let's go take it off. I said, I already did take it off.
Hang on.
Yeah, no, honestly, I think Kevin only did it just because,
It depends on
he's a
who it
good
is.
guy, yeah.
And
What
we
was-
found out who's supposed to get them, so we'll probably end up doing it.
and I didn't know that y'all didn't do that.
You got to
otherwise
wait. It's a
I
level
would
9.
not have asked him.
We found out. It's a level 9 mechanics job.
What was that supervisor you said that you cleaned
Yeah.
his shit up for him?
fuck?
What was his name?
That should be like a level 0.
Which
That
one?
should be like
The
your Dragon
supervisor
Quest.
you just talked about.
Doug?
Doug.
Yeah.
Okay, so you'll do oddball jobs for Doug.
Yeah.
But you won't put in a shelf for a carrier.
Well, I found out who the carrier was, and he's a good dude, so yeah, I'll probably do it.
Oh, so certain carriers get special treatment.
Right.
No,
Yeah.
that's fair. I
It
mean,
is.
that's his prerogative.
It
There
is
are
my
things
prerogative.
in our job that are our prerogative that we're not required to do, but if it's a customer
It's
that
a
we
good customer.
especially appreciate, then we do.
Yeah, but this is the same thing I was pissed about, where the 2 people got parcel help and nobody else did, until I made
It's not the
them
same thing.
give the other 3 of us parcel.
Not
help.
everybody's scheduled to get shelves. Just this guy who's been asking for them for a year.
Why
Oh,
have 10
shelves.
sets though? If
I don't
mean,
know.
like, you
I don't know
can
why
put
they
'em
sent so
in.
many. I don't think
Oh,
they're
I
all
will
ours,
if I find
basically.
I'm
a pair
just
in a
saying.
loader truck.
If there's a sitting there, you don't have to get.
Oh,
you just take them to your truck.
If
If
I
you
find a
want-
truck, I'm taking them.
Come get them. If you want them, come get them. That's what I would say.
No, they won't fit in my car.
You can go through the proper process.
Bring your
to
truck
get 'em.
out.
It's just going to take 2 years.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that. I would just, hey, look, there's an extra set. I'll bring them to you in the ProMaster.
Yeah, bring them out there in the
Oh,
front.
fuck, I'll drive wherever I go, wherever
you'll
I
be able to
want.
fit that and the lawnmower in there at the
Fuck
same
yeah.
Okay.
ProMaster got shelves. I'll put the shelves on the shelves. Done.
Shelfception.
Problem solved. And I'll bring the mower out, too. I'll show you the mower. And we're getting ready to get it serviced. $1,200.
$1,200. Whoa!
All of
back
our
up.
equipment, all of our equipment has to be serviced. All of our lawn and outdoor equipment has to be serviced because it all runs on gas. Hasn't been serviced in 4 or 5 years. Some of them need belts, need tune-ups. Some of them need a lot of shit.
So is this our mechanics doing this?
Used to be our maintenance department, so we put in a request, a work order to have all of it serviced for the winter.
So can you tell me what
They said we don't do that anymore.
maintenance actually does?
I'm not yet determined.
Paint
that.
trucks with a fucking roller.
I've not well, that's motor vehicle.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's
The mechanics, I don't know. I'm not sure what is going on there.
I see maintenance around all the time. I don't know what they do.
They do any light
Fix
that's
drip
not
conditioners
fluorescent.
and
Because they get hot, they get 1,000 degrees, and they have to shut off the thing to go up there. They do that shit, and then they furnace filters.
You don't even do the
operate
furnace
on boilers.
filters?
No, that's all mechanic shit.
I don't think
They said when they went to this program, where
Nobody
they
that lives
changed,
in a house themselves.
they changed. Right, they changed it to something called TL5 a couple years ago. It's this whole new reorganization that allowed them to lay off a bunch of custodians or get rid of them. They cut the number of them.
I thought there was a no layoff clause.
Well, they just transfer them to other departments or whatever. A lot of them quit
And let them
'cause
lay
they
them
were
off.
dudes that just got in, and so a lot of them
Layoffs
went to
through
other
attrition.
areas. Yeah, so they cut the number of custodians, and so when they cut the manpower, the remaining ones were told all you do is clean, and you're using this system to clean. And they said, okay, fuck it, and they didn't account for all the other shit the custodians were doing, like shelves and jump seats, because none of that was on your list of shit to do. So when they said all you're gonna do is clean, they threw their hands up and said, fuck it, okay. You're not going to expect me to do all this shit. I'm not going to run express. I'm not going to the plant. I'm not switching out vehicle. I'm not doing any of that shit. So fuck them. So that's why the argument started. That's why the pissing match is going on.
Yeah, I mean, I hear you.
But yeah, we don't
It's
do
just
filters. We don't
silly.
do. It is silly. It is.
But
if
he
they
has
would give us
extra
credit,
shelves for you.
if they would give us credit for doing those types of things, like unscheduled work or fucking, because you have to have, you got to sign this thing that say you do monthly, quarterly, and yearly things. You got to perform all these tasks around the building and shit.
I think he
But it's
doesn't
all cleaning
understand
related.
that in our craft, if it doesn't happen in those 2 weeks where they count us, we don't get paid for it ever. And that's like probably, I don't know. an hour, a week's worth of shit
Right.
that didn't happen during count. Like, how many box holders did you get that you didn't?
Exactly.
None probably during count, right?
So I'm just saying, like, like what you're crying about, like, it's
I'm
just
not
our
crying
life.
about it. I don't care. I
It's
just-
weird.
not a
Like their
problem.
craft is set up like the
Nobody does
city
anything.
craft insofar
It's
as
fucked.
there is a set amount of time that we're going to give you to do these
Yeah.
things. Here's an hour. Use an hour to do this. Don't
Like-
do it in 40 minutes. Don't do it in an hour
Right.
and 20 minutes. Do it in an hour. Whereas the clerks are more like us. You're here for 8 hours.
Just depending on volume. How
Do
many
whatever
hours on.
needs to be done
Yeah.
during that time. And at some point, somebody's probably going to walk by with a tie on and say, I need you to go do this. And they go and do that.
So we don't have clock rings for different operations.
I
We're
don't
just on
understand
base all
why
the time.
their craft isn't like that.
Well, we have
It
a fucking
it
thing.
seems bizarre to do it
Our
that
thing
way.
is broken down to where
Well, and
we
the-
don't have 8 hours of work.
And
in
clerks
an actual
have
day.
different clock rings. Clerks have to switch from
Yeah.
letters.
Yeah, we
Oh,
don't.
yeah.
It'll
Yeah.
bunch
So,
of
like,
letters.
they
Clerks.
never established any of that because a lot of our thing is you clean the bathrooms once a day, but then it's like, Doug went and fucking blew the seat off of it. Well, fuck it, I can't do it.
Yeah,
Wait
I
till
mean-
tomorrow. Then you go in there and do it again. They don't count for any of that shit.
Clerks only do 5 or 6 different things. Y'all do 100
Yeah.
smaller
Yeah.
things. You can't.
Lots
it
of shit.
wouldn't
That's
make sense
generous.
to clock ring.
No, it really is. Bruce is right.
Garbage
You're
cans,
correct.
I
bathrooms.
was counting each toilet as one thing.
That's not it.
Mm.
You ever do windows?
Have you ever done one?
Sure
Where's that
is.
maintenance?
That is part of my job.
Thought that was
Out
the
there,
one
like
maintenance.
out there like a homeless person squeegee in the window.
I know at our
Somebody walks up
station,
and gives them $1.
when there's snow outside, they spend more time outside than inside.
Yeah, you gotta go
That's
outside.
true.
You gotta show up early. You got a lot of
Yeah.
shit to do. We got some higher level
cut the
people
grass,
coming in
too.
tomorrow, so I gotta go in an hour early tomorrow. And the guy asked me to pay particular attention to the lobby, and I said, "Why? Are y'all gonna hang out in the lobby all day?" Hey, so I'm just gonna walk them through the doors. I said, "Well, then what? Fuck this. Let's work on the workroom floor where they're gonna be."
What kind of high level people are going to be there?
The area people.
Like, on up the chain?
Area.
Like, out of town?
Out of district.
Like
area.
doctors? Like
What?
that high? Doctor, you know who?
Doctors. No.
You never had to deal with him?
No.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't work for a medical office. I don't.
No.
What the fuck are you talking about?
It's Dr. Seuss every day I go
No,
in.
we
Yeah,
had-
it really is.
We
Straight
had
eggs
high
and ham.
district people not that long ago, and
Well, the district people don't give a fuck about nothing. It's the area people that come in and
But
see where the shit's fucked up,
every
and
time
they yell
you
at the district
every time you address this guy, he had to correct you saying it's doctor.
people. I would never. I would. Oh, I don't. I hope it is that guy. But I'm
Sorry,
gonna
sir, I don't
fucking-
recognize titles.
I'm gonna put on my tie tomorrow.
That's fine. I'll call him doctor as long as he addresses me as colonel, which I am. I am a
Or reverend.
Kentucky colonel.
I'll take that
so,
on as well. Colonel outranks the reverend, but I'd be most benevolent colonel. I would do that too.
I mean,
Most benevolent colonel. Reverend.
it's the same thing with my sister. When she got her doctorate, I'm like, I'll call you doctor when you call me colonel. We've never addressed each other formally.
So she just gave up on that demand. It's
To be
perfect.
fair, you've never met in a formal setting.
True.
True.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it's piss time.
Yeah.
All right, let's take a piss.
Bring it.
Attention, please. If you plan to pay for your purchase with a personal check, please have the check approved at the service desk before going through the checkout lanes.
We'll do it live! Fuck it!
Will security please report to Section 3? Security to Section 3, please.
Look sharp, feel sharp, be sharp and listen, mister. How are you fixed for blades? Do you have plenty? How are you fixed for blades? You better check. Please make sure you have enough, 'cause a worn out blade makes shaving mighty tough. How are you fixed for blades? Better look. Gillette Blue Blades, I mean.
What's next on the lineup? A station break. We'll take over. Have you DJ'd before? No. No? But we do a morning talk show. All the time. Snap, it's the snappiest sound to do. Crackle, get you crackin', 'cause it's crispy through and through. There's no stopping once pop starts popping. Snap, crackle, pop, talking just to you.
You've just heard Kellogg's Rice Krispies, the talking part of your complete breakfast.
Morning listeners know Rice Krispies is a hit.
tripping, now I'm blue. Mega Man, I can't wait for losing cause I got too many haters, man. Used to be the paper boy, grew up now I'm Mega Man. Player 1, player 2, show your ass what players do. Up, down, left, right, hit 'em with a strong attack. Yeah, I smoke the strongest pack. Tell me what is wrong with that. More coins in the laundromat, you can't help but honor that. Jam Man, Mega Man, more games than the Sega Man. All I smoke is chronic, run my coins just like I'm Sonic. From the hood, I speak Ebonics. That in economics, shorty, we can link like Zelda. That broke, then you a failure. Stack your money up like Tetris. I don't know what else to tell you. Over here, everybody got a gun. My life is golden now. You wanna know why niggas die? Nigga, I just told you why. I told the bitch we need to take a break cause she a space invader. Niggas do not know the game. Why? Cause they player haters. I'm a boss jam, man. I call me Dr. Eggman. My money stretched like jogging bands, rubber bands and headbands. Hopped up out the water, niggas trying to sink my battleship. Cause they bitch and bust open like a bag of chips. NBA jam, man. Bitch, I'm ballin'. Just learned a new move, I just don't know what to call it, man. I swear I lost my man, I had to snap back to reality. I ain't sparing nobody. Finish a fatality. Bitch, start tripping, now I'm blue. Mega Man, I can't wait for losing cause I got too many haters, man. Used to be the paper boy, grew up now I'm Mega Man. Player 1, player 2, show your ass what players do. Up, down, left, right, hit 'em with a strong attack. Yeah, I smoke the strongest pack. Tell me what is wrong with that. More coins in the laundromat, you can't help but honor that. Jam Man, Mega Man, more games than the Sega Man. Jam Man, Mega Man, more games than the Sega Man. I am the great Saiyan man. You better stop playing, man. This game could be difficult. Depends on how you play it.
Has Wayne Newton split with his wife and hit the jackpot with his new romance? Inquiring minds want to know.
I want to know.
Can you lose weight by switching from celery to sweets? This week's National Enquirer tells you. How can you put office troublemakers in their place? What curse of death and disaster haunts the Super Bowl?
It's in the Enquirer.
What bizarre surprises popped up on Caroline's wacky honeymoon? Find out in the Enquirer. Over 100 features for people with inquiring minds.
Like me.
From the leading manufacturer of video game hits comes the #1 video game system, the Nintendo Entertainment System. Now you're playing with power.
When you get hold of the Nintendo Entertainment System, when you master Rob, the video robot, and meet the challenge of Gyromite, when you shoot the light-sensing zapper, when you play the system with the most arcade hits, you're playing with power. The Nintendo Entertainment System. Now you're playing with power.
Don't be fooled into thinking that a drink will make your problems go away. Hey, it won't. Alcohol only adds another problem. Be smart. Don't start.
So you went on a panty raid.
Yeah, he said, do you want to go on a panty raid?
Did you go to Utica to prank him?
I wanted to. Then he goes, yeah.
Go for the eyes.
What? Don't do anything to his eyes.
Really want to hurt his eyes.
He said, about 3 weeks ago, we loaned a truck to, and everybody's got an MLK station, right? Everybody's got one of those, and it's usually in the worst fucking neighborhood possible.
Normally.
And so we've got one of those here. And he said, well, we have to drive down there to get it. And we got to get down there quick because they'll probably take off with it. I said,
how early was this?
10 after 8. Something like that. Yeah. So I said, yeah, fuck it. I didn't do anything today.
Did you?
So I rode down there with him. I had to go pick up. I said, look, I got a prescription to pick up, but it's not going to be ready till noon. So, yeah, let's go now. He's like, all right. Fuck it. So we ride down there. We get to the fucking station. And you don't feel this, right?
Yeah,
she's still down there, and she's motherfucking, and these goddamn motherfuckers. She's yelling all this shit out with a clipboard. Fucking wigs on crooked. Everything's going to hell. Somebody higher level smarted off to Phyllis, and she was mad, so she had a bad attitude.
Yeah.
So we were looking at that consolidated case and bullshit, and that's where they do
It's
it.
bullshit.
It is fucked. So none of the carriers were even there. It was fucking, I think it ended up being like 8:45 before we got there. No carriers there at all.
Not even people casing?
There was people casing.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
they'd been there since fucking 5 a.m.
Yeah.
Some shit like that. It was fucking ridiculous. So we're in there. It took us fucking an hour to get the keys.
Yeah.
So we finally got the keys. And he said, here, just go ahead and I'm going to distract her. Because she wouldn't stop fucking talking. She kept talking to us and fucking with us. He goes, take these keys. Go out there and just get that motherfucker. Get it out of here before they change their mind. Because the carrier's getting ready to show up. And when they show up, she's going to, we're never going to get this truck back and we need it. So, all right, so I ran out there. The thing had gas in it. And I walked
Which
around.
is impressive.
Very unusual.
Normally,
The
when
gas
somebody
gauge
drives
must
my
be
truck, they
broken.
bring it back on fucking E.
Well, somebody thought they were taking it the next day.
Yeah,
Oh,
they
good
did.
point.
They did because there were some personal items in there. Open it up, equipment, fucking garbage, straps, fuck you name it. There was a coat in there that looked pretty wore out, and a bag and some shit. And I went out there, like, God damn it! So I went back in. I said, Doug, look, that truck's full of somebody's shit. And he said, so?
Mm-hmm.
You're telling me to take it as it is? Yep. Okay.
Then you throw that shit on the ground.
The front pot lid mirror. I did. I threw the shit on the ground in the parking spot. The front pot lid mirror was like one of those weather stations where the fucking measure the wind speed. It was set right when I pulled out. I get out of the fucking Broadway, and Doug gets out of there, and he gets behind me and passes me, and we're going down fucking Broadway, and I'm looking over, and this thing's going like that, and I'm laughing, and we get to a red light. We stopped, and I noticed Doug had a taillight out. Well, then he was looking like that, and he just started shaking his head because the mirror was pointed right at him. He could see himself. He's like, what the fuck? So we got back, and he was laughing. He's like, what the fuck is the deal? And man, I saw that mirror was pointed right at me. That thing looked like a fucking fishing lure. It was spinning around like that. And I said, oh, by the way, you got a taillight out. He goes, yeah. I was like, you know what? I'm glad we went and did this. It took fucking almost 2 hours to go retrieve one. But yeah, it's fun. Glad we did it.
So,
you got anything else we're going to go steal? We showed up unannounced, too. Because if you say, hey, we're coming to get the truck, they're like, no,
that
it's gone.
truck would not have been there.
No. So we stole it.
So they had CCAs come in on Monday on the holiday and case up all the flats that were there.
God
for the people coming in on Tuesday.
Fucked.
They were throwing a fit.
That's a grievance there. It's overtime.
Well, you know her.
Well, the regular
Stuart
guys
is.
should do. Yeah. Well, hey.
I'm just saying.
He
That's not
wanted it.
happening.
Is he good?
Is he good? You know
Is he
the
good
answer
at
to that
it?
Fucking question.
Do people love him? People like him?
I would say no.
Really?
Somebody's throwing a fit because he wasn't there. It's like, where is he?
Fuck.
And it's like, oh, well,
Call
he
in
doesn't
sick.
walk in till like 2. No, he's been there. He's been keeping up with like his attendance, but he walks in 2 minutes before clock on.
Yeah, he don't want to talk to anybody about anything.
So that's been an issue. All right, Jess, turn on the cameras.
I was going to tell you that Carla doesn't like him.
Who?
Shitbeard.
Nobody likes him. What are you talking about?
Carla really doesn't like him. So
Why?
it's going to be a new day because I was able to settle a lot of things with Carla. She said he go right before I left. She was like, he thinks he's gonna be the steward. Shit, he ain't getting nothing out of me. I said, okay. I just don't like that
Alright.
motherfucker.
Bring us back in.
Okay.
It's a good enough reason.
Yeah, it is. Welcome back to After Delivery. We're sure you've noticed the difference in the music. That's something that had to change because we kept getting silenced on Twitch and shit for using Kmart music, which obviously resembles the girl from Ipanema.
Yeah.
So this is the new shit. This is royalty free. It's copyright free. And if you don't like it, fucking get over it.
I like it.
Show 200 is coming up pretty soon. So you need to come up with a donation for the 200 program. 200 nickels, $200, $2. You can send whatever you want. We'd appreciate it. And you can find all the options to support the show on the support page on the website, eldoradostudio.net. We thank you in advance, and we'll thank you afterwards.
Donate it.
Donate it.
2 of
appreciate
it.
your support.
Whatever it is, give 2.
Yeah, just double up. Whatever your regular donation is. No, wait a minute.
Nope.
Nope.
Whatever. Add 2, double
And then double that. Yeah. Yeah. That's much better. Thank you, Bruce. The mathematician. The numbers guy. I almost fucked that up there.
He's our treasurer.
He's the treasurer as well. Yeah, he's the finance guy. He's the Tony, what's his name? Fuck. Nope.
All right.
Something else I can't say. He's that guy on TV that says, get out. And then you say, okay, here's $1,000. How do I? Don't pay. Not to buy anything? Is that what you're saying? Very good.
Don't give $1,000 for advice ever.
Give me a break with that. Or a percentage. Don't let them take a percentage. Unless it's us. We like to have a little cut. You can use the Amazon link on the website as well.
Why don't you give us a percentage?
If you're doing Christmas shopping,
Tithe?
just go through the fucking link. Even if you got the app on your phone, go to the browser, go to the website, click the artwork on it. It's out for delivery. On the bottom of the out for delivery page.
So Bruce,
It'll
this
open
week,
the app, and then we'll get credit for driving traffic.
Yes.
Bruce this week had a little war with his customer.
Oh yeah.
And it inspired
It
me
was a very
greatly.
short war.
It was very,
It was going to be a very protracted thing.
very
and
decisive.
I was going to be talking to multiple. Nope.
Yeah.
Shock and all.
No, he said something that really got to me. He said, "The game stop at 30 degrees."
Yeah.
I'm just saying, as
Hey,
long as
that's
I'm
right.
getting paid to play the game, I
Yeah.
will play the game every day
Yeah.
until it gets cold.
It gets cold.
So, inspired by his act of rebellion,
Mhm.
I laid out 7 vacant strips yesterday.
There you go. Fuck yeah, man.
How's it feel?
Feels really good.
Feels good, man.
Feels really good.
That's just the first shot, though. That's just the first little skirmish in the war.
It may be
You know
the
what I'm
only
saying?
shot
It's the
because some
warning
of these
shot.
people may just shrug their shoulders and go, "Okay, whatever. I'm not getting the shit I don't want anymore, so whatever."
They're
And
not
then
getting
throw
anything, no.
then throw a
Nothing.
fit like 45 minutes, 45 days from now.
Yeah, it's gonna be a little. It's gonna be a while.
When it gets,
There's always a check eventually.
I mean, the
Always.
holidays are coming around.
Always.
That's true. Yeah. So
I mean,
They're
don't
hoping for
don't
cards with money.
don't have them deliver any meds to you.
7 vacant
Don't
strips
buy
got
anything.
delivered yesterday.
Nice.
Good.
I'm proud of you.
All of them in apartments. Shockingly,
Well,
Okay. well,
every one of them.
Yeah.
That's that little less impressive there. I
Yeah.
gotta tell you.
Yeah, you
but-
kind of took
There
the
was
buzz
one.
off.
There was one piece I took a picture of in case I need it for evidence later.
yeah, I always do that. I
That
did it.
was a name, and then under that current resident, and I had marked out the name the first time, and then I had circled current resident, and then I drew an arrow to it another day, and then I drew another arrow. And this is all in different pens.
Yeah, I
So
did.
you can tell it's like over time.
So later you could show that it's different
Yeah.
days. This is how I date.
Why didn't you
the stuff.
initial it
I don't
right?
And then I put
Who's got the
another.
time?
Then I put another arrow on it, and then after I got it back after that, I wrote "You are the current resident," and then I added an exclamation point 3 times
Different colors.
after that. No, same.
Okay,
it
I
was
was
the same
saying,
pen.
Yeah, do something.
And then I
Yeah.
put it back in there on Friday, and I said, if this is back in the box, they're definitely getting the strip. Next day, it's back in the outgoing.
Boom.
I took it with me, but they got a strip,
Good.
and it was a piece of standard. Like it wasn't that big a deal.
It's
Still
always
is.
over
It's
something
still
stupid.
the fucking yeah. It's
But
still
like, there's
something.
no way you haven't looked at this thing. He gave this back to me.
Right.
Keeps drawing on it. Like no, he's just misdelivering it.
That's just an asshole.
What he thinks is that you all did it one day with that pen that you have that special that you click down the different colors.
Oh yeah.
That's why they're all different
We
colors.
need
No,
to create
he's-
a.
He's put it back in there every day.
Because I've still kept that thing from 4th grade.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure
Wouldn't that
Jason
be
has
funny?
a few.
Wouldn't that be funny though if it was like 3568 and he kept putting it current resident fucker? Well, the address was like this is 3567.
No.
Fucking good. That would
That's
be-
why I made sure. I don't know if you read the note I wrote. I
Yes.
made sure to say all
Yeah.
mail address
All-
to here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was very good and to the point, and I was glad to see like the next post was, yeah, he picked it up. Okay,
There we-
yeah,
there we
yeah,
go.
you're goddamn right, he
It's
picked
just-
it up.
It's silly to me that we don't have a form for that. I mean, I'm sure we do somewhere, and
Different ones do. I've
maybe
seen
there's
'em.
somebody who's been supervising for 40 years knows what official form that is. But
There's one at our place.
I'm going to be honest. If I had had more room, I would have written more. I would have individual infractions out just so there was no question when he brought it in.
Yeah.
That everybody knew what was happening, but there's no space on
I
that
had
right
a
anymore,
pad
so.
of them. That was there must have been 400 on this pad. I don't know where I found them, but I kept them with me. I kept them in my truck, and they were little squares that you would tear them off. It didn't give you a lot of room to write anything, but it said everything you needed to know on there. And it said, attention customer, your mailbox has been filled to capacity. And it pretty much says everything else on there that you said. And then it says, you can pick it up. It's been taken back. Then you write the name of the office on there. And then it says, the carrier's going to hold it for 10 days. And then it's all going to be returned. And then it says also, after that time, this residence will be considered vacant. And you won't get you will not get dick shit in this fucking box after that.
So,
and I left them in the truck. So I don't remember where I found them, but they do exist.
I had another issue is I've had this family move in to a house that they have refurbished on the busy road on my route, the road that everybody does 60 even though it's 35, and I've been rear-ended on this road. But they have a huge box, but they are some wishing motherfuckers. And they get like T-shirts and clothes from Wish.
Never buy a fucking Wish T-shirt.
Tuesday, this box was filled to capacity with Wish packages. Like, it was compressed as much as I could compress it in the box. And they have a gate that I can't pull into. Like, I can't pull in the driveway and throw a bunch of shit on the porch. They've got a locked gate. So it's like, okay. So Thursday, they got even more packages from Wish. And it was now to the point where like I could do nothing. So I pulled everything back out, scanned it all box full, and just stuck a note in there. Like, you have, however, I counted it up. It was like 17 parcels. Like, some of them were, tiny. And I said, you have 17 parcels at the post office. Your box was full.
I would say you get 10 days to pick up all this shit. And they don't pay return on that either, so that goes into the shit
well, they kind of got it.
No, they did?
Yeah, so we'll see what happens.
They'll let it go again.
Well, if they do, I'm not going to squish anymore.
I would never buy clothing from Wish.
That's a bad plan.
Because it would always be 8 sizes too small.
Somebody bought one.
I did once for
have you ever delivered
a joke one?
Yeah.
And it was from The Office, and I got like a 6X, and it fits Amy.
They're different. They're small, sneaky people over there.
Yeah.
That's what.
As they just put different tags on them.
Yeah.
I like how she compensated. Like, I know it's going to come way too small. So
Okay, I know it sounds horrible, 6X, but we're gonna go for it.
That's funny
It fits Amy.
I said 8 sizes too small. 6X to a small is 8 sizes.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Amy's up to a medium. She's getting older.
Ooh.
And she's 110 pounds as opposed to 90 now. So.
Let's say we're all putting on weight.
Have you ever delivered shoes from Wish?
Oh,
it's fucking hilarious. It's just like a raw pair of shoes in a bag.
It's just wrapped in a.
Yeah, they just throw these tennis shoes in a bag.
Are they tennis shoes? I always thought they were house shoes. You can bend them. Like, what kind of shoes are these? It's fucking. You can bend them right in half. It's fun.
There was one time I delivered a pair of heels, and you could do that with the heels, but you could feel the spiky heel.
Oh my gosh.
Well, the sizing is a nightmare.
Yeah, they were
remember
bad.
who the dude might have been somebody on my route that bought a shirt, and he was like, "Man, I don't know nothing about the centimeters and shit." And he ordered what he thought was right. He said the neck on the thing was just fucking. It was a T-shirt.
God.
He said it looked like. He's like, what size? Them motherfuckers got big necks. I don't know, dude.
They're all garbage.
Yeah, it's all fucked up shit. But it's made for them, so that's why the size doesn't translate. You never know what size to get. He said it was like a fucking half shirt with a neck this big around. He said, what? He said, dude. It was bigger sideways.
It was probably one of those shirts in the 80s that the girls wear that did go to like the shoulders,
That's
like
what
the
he
neck
said,
went to the shoulders.
Yeah, that's what he
Probably
said.
what it was, and it was half shirt. Like, that was a common style in the 80s.
It was Eric. Dude, it's the last part of my route. The last time, I was going through the pictures on the phone, and the last time I carried my route, I took a picture of me sitting in my first and my last park point. And I was going to do a little photo collage, and then I said, I don't really feel that strong.
What?
You know what I mean? Like, fuck it.
Fuck it.
Who gives a fuck?
So this week kind of sucked, y'all. I don't know.
I
mean,
could tell.
Not for you. But.
No, it did, because I had to wait on the fucking people to leave the office so I could dump the trash. Some of them didn't leave till 11:45. We had people in there casing at 1 o'clock.
I feel really bad for you waiting on these people to leave to go out into 12-degree weather on Tuesday so you can empty some garbage cans.
With all of the shit they had this week, too.
It is what it is.
Because this shit is starting early. I'm seeing volume that I wouldn't have expected for another couple of weeks.
Well, I liked how before the holiday, like, we didn't get any of our Friday and Saturday normal periodicals.
Yeah,
like
right.
we have a ton on Friday and Saturday of normal weekly shit.
The Saturday turned into the fucking.
It didn't. Well, they didn't bother delivering. They didn't bother sending those out on Friday or Saturday, so that we gotta have them all on Monday. It was the first time in a very long time that on a day after a holiday, I had slots I couldn't put any more mail in and pulled it down as a parcel. That's extremely fucking rare for my route.
We had phone books.
I
This
saw.
week. Type of phone books
I
that
saw
I've
those.
ever seen delivered before. Every one of them was individually wrapped in a plastic bag that was 2 inches too big in both directions
Yes.
for the book.
Terrible.
So the plastic caught on every single thing
God
in both
damn.
directions. They came in stacks.
Yep.
And they were not in order.
Nope.
They were completely random.
They
and they
banded?
were addressed. They what?
They were strapped like banded.
Yeah.
And they're
like
just not in
And
it.
really nice stacks if you looked at them from far away.
It's
And
when you got
it was an
close up
absolute
that everything
disaster.
got worse.
The
No,
worst
the
part
is like your first two would be in order. You're like, all right, I'm just gonna tray these up, and then you're like, oh fuck, nope. That's at the end. This is the beginning. Nope.
The worst part for me was that when I realized I had to go ahead and just case them all, and then I did, but they don't go to every single address, which if they had gone to every address, I'd have been fine with, because you can put them at the back of every address, and it makes it much quicker on the route. But they only went to like 90% of the addresses.
God damn. Have they got a scan on them?
No.
Oh, thank fuck for that.
No, if they had,
God
I'd
damn.
have quit. God is my witness.
Tell you
I'd
what,
quit.
I'd quit over
Don't
that.
even mention light bulbs.
Yeah.
Jesus,
Fuck.
I forgot about those.
They were doing those when I
Oh,
started.
fuck.
I
Like a
remember that
fucking
shit.
pallet of light bulbs, and I was like, we gotta get these motherfucking pallet. We gotta get this pallet in a dumpster. It's like, yeah.
Worse in the beginning because they didn't fit in the box.
They
when
did,
they, when
yeah.
they redid it later, they did because
I
they
didn't have any
figured
that
out a
fit
way
in
to
there.
make
I
the
remember.
box
I
smaller or
remember
something.
Christmas week one year.
Oh, they fucking threw those.
We had light bulbs, and I
Fuck.
had so many fucking light bulbs. When I got back, I had made a centipede across like 20 feet of the floor where I was just
Motherfucker.
walking down the aisle, putting them where they go, so I could tray them up in the right order and take them out.
God
the next
We
day.
had a
light bulbs.
giant cage where everybody brought their broken ones because,
Yeah.
you know, every
yeah.
route in there had 300 light bulbs, and they're just thrown in our parcel hamper with all the
pitching
other
and they were
stuff
full of mercury.
thrown on exactly.
You may
so
not
you can't just throw them away.
You may not remember this, Brian, because you might not have been around when this happened, but what do you think is worse, the light bulbs or when AOL was sending out the discs in the advos?
The light bulbs.
You
'cause
think so? Because when,
You could get
especially when you
those
had
in a box, though,
apartments,
right?
no, you
Yeah,
could not get those in
it
apartments.
sucked with apartments, but
They didn't fit in the apartment boxes. As,
Yeah,
long,
well,
as, as
then-
long as you were on a route that didn't have the smaller wall boxes, those AOL things weren't bad. But to have to go up to the second floor of a building to walk a standard AOL disc to somebody's
Yeah.
door because there's nothing else you can do with it.
That was before your time.
By the way,
Yeah,
it wasn't just
AOL stopped a long time.
Yeah.
It was more than 10 years ago. I think it was more like 12 years ago.
When they stopped when they quit mailing them out, I remember them being mailed out. But I remember also after that they went to the front rack of the grocery store, like where they had the apartment
Yeah.
books and the cars for sale and shit,
Yeah.
and they just had them laying there.
Well, and if you'll remember, we used to get Walmart ads, and Walmart ads were the worst thing you'd get every week because they were route coverage
Mhm.
and they were in no order.
Ugh.
Like they were in crazy, and they were paper thin.
Like Bed Bath and
it would
Beyonds.
take you like.
Fucking hate those.
These were worse than Bed Bath & Beyond's. They were way flimsier, and
I
it would
don't
take
remember
you.
these.
I remember
It may
these.
have been before you started because when they stopped doing it, like we almost had a party. It was once a week, and it took like an hour to case this shit up.
Like those grocery ads.
Yeah, these were worse than that, dude. Like
Really?
I can't
Those are
explain-
bad.
These were like
You hit the button.
You
Fucking
couldn't
hated
get
those.
You couldn't get them in the case. No.
Those are like that. They were that thin, that
Oh,
flimsy,
really?
that
Those are fucking.
I mean,
Ugh.
it's almost like
Yeah, we
tissue
didn't have
paper.
one
It was
of
almost
those.
like tissue paper.
God damn. We didn't have one of those by us, but we had one similar to that that was pretty bad, but they weren't addressed or not.
I hate when you've got a piece that's so flimsy you can't even put it in the thing
couldn't?
because it just crumples, touches
At the Taj Mahal.
anything around.
Yeah, I would have a fucking armload of these grocery ads, and you got to keep doing this, and you just kind of do it like that, and the fucking there's not even any wind. You just go like that, and the fucking thing folds, and you can't get it in, and it falls out on the ground. And I just shit.
So I came in on Tuesday and I saw all of those phone books and I just like lost my shit. I started screaming, "What is it? Fucking 1999? Who's that?"
They ask for them. I mean, when we went and I saw a pallet of them down, and they were worse down there at MLK. There was like 3. And there's not that many fucking routes down there, really. But it was like they were sitting in the middle of the floor, and I thought, that's been shrink wrapped like 100 times.
I was so
But that's
pissed.
what
I
Bruce
was
is
so
saying, the
pissed they
plastic on it.
spread them on Saturday. And now...
Fuck.
And now they've made this rule where if we're going to cut something on our side, we have to clear it with management. Never existed before. It's a rule at
You're
our
not supposed to cut
station
anything, though, right?
We've
Who fucked
always
up?
been allowed.
Who fucked up? I thought everything
It's
goes
more.
every day.
It's more that somebody
The
came from
interpretation
another
is loose.
station. Yes. According to our manual, we can control our mail volume.
Oh, okay.
But district policy is everything goes every day, except at certain stations. When ours wasn't one of them, but we had a manager come from a station who had a strict policy. Everything goes every day.
Oh, okay, so that's what it
And he
came-
said, "Well,
turned
if you're going to cut something, you got to come tell me you're going to cut it." And so I went and told Carla, and I'm like, "I'm cutting these phone books," and she's like, "Why?" I don't know, Carla. Why do you think I'm cutting?
Yes.
It's Tuesday.
Because
It's
I've
day
got
after
10 more
holiday.
feet of stuff than I normally do.
They're not in order. And she said, "Well, tomorrow you're going to have Advos." I was like, "You know I don't take my Advos until Thursday. Why are you even telling me?" I was like, "Because I've been told I have to tell you."
Yeah,
So
why are you
how do
telling
you
me?
get away with that now that you can't do that?
I flat out told him. It's like, this has been okayed for over a year.
Not the phone books. The
Advos?
yeah.
I flat out told him, this has been okayed for over a year.
Well, that's not. They can.
Why do you not take
I wouldn't
yours until
use that
Thursday?
because they can just overwrite that.
Because I used to go get my allergy shots on Wednesday.
Mm.
I mean, I don't anymore, but I'm not going to tell them that. Because Thursday's always the better day to take your Advos because it's the lightest day of the week anymore.
Yeah, now. Yeah.
Did you give up on the allergy shots?
No, I'm still taking them. I just don't take them
yeah.
on Wednesday anymore. I'm every other week now.
Does it work?
I've progressed. No, it doesn't work.
No,
I
it never works. No.
have
That's
asthma
why-
attacks all the time.
I'm really glad that I didn't start doing the shots.
No, it doesn't work at all.
I'm
Maybe
off the
when I'm
nasal spray,
done in
though.
like 20 years, of course, I'll be dead, so I won't need allergy shots when I'm dead.
So it'll definitely work then.
Yeah, you'll be immune to all the shit finally.
Yeah.
Huh.
Fucking.
I've been off nose spray for 90 days, boys.
So what are you on?
You look like it.
Nothing.
You don't just quit, Brian.
look healthier.
He's
Well, that's the
moved
way
on.
I feel.
Steroids.
You missed that. 170.2 pounds.
More coke.
He's moved on to methamphetamines.
Yeah, meth makes you gain weight. Get your color back. You know what I mean? Ready to fuck.
In the early stages.
Ready. For a couple of weeks.
Yeah,
Bumps
well,
you
a
up,
couple
does it?
years until you're using it instead of eating.
I don't
Because
think-
most of the time, meth makes you crave sweets. So you like
Really?
do meth, and then at night you eat an entire box of Little Debbie's.
I've never
See,
heard that
Brian,
before.
what you do
You
is
really
you
haven't?
cycle on.
That's why they
No.
lose their teeth.
That's not fair, because I.
Well,
That's a-
yeah. to
That's a
be
large
fair,
part
why I
of
don't
the
know.
reason why meth heads don't have any teeth is because they have no saliva.
Because
and
they don't eat.
Well, but they're well, they have no saliva, but they're constantly craving sweets. Like that's the only thing they want to eat is like super sweet stuff.
I didn't know that.
And then of course, sweet stuff with no saliva makes large cavities very quickly.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I hadn't thought of that.
No,
I just thought they smoked them out of their head. I didn't know.
That was on. It was NPR. There was some kind of thing I listened to on NPR about
Like dope is?
meth addiction.
Yeah.
I mean, it's fascinating.
So fuck, you don't have to talk to any of them people. You got an expert right there in the office with you.
He's not doing that bad.
I don't
recently.
think- I don't- yeah,
It's
whatever.
weird. It's weird. It's weird to see him like acting responsibly and being at work every day.
Yeah, there's something going on.
Like
there.
I'll see him like 3 days around. I was like, what are you doing?
Who are you?
Yeah, there's something. weird.
Why are you here?
Starla's having a hard time failing at everything this morning. She can't get connected to the chat for some reason.
That's not good.
Yeah,
I was
that's
gonna say I thought it was weird that nobody said anything. Jazz was all like, "Hey, everybody," and then nothing.
And nothing.
I tried
Your
being
rooms are
nice and
kinda
greeting
dead.
people.
Did you try turning it off and on again?
No, we have to do that shit.
I mean, we have some people in the chat.
Is anybody talking?
No,
She's-
nobody's talking. They're
She's
in there.
not in there though.
Well,
She's
maybe she
not
may have
one of
given
them.
up.
No.
That sucks.
No.
fuck.
I'm gonna blame her on this.
Well, hopefully she's
this is on
listening.
her end.
Could be.
Don't blame her.
Could be super cold up there. No, whatever.
The bits aren't moving.
Yeah.
No, let's blame Twitch. Let's do that. That's
Okay,
better.
let's blame Twitch. It's probably Twitch's fault.
Fucking
Let's
Twitch.
not blame Twitch.
Fuckers, they give you a little bit of money and they would have locked everything up.
We did get a Twitch check this week, which was nice.
Thank
Very
you,
nice.
Twitch.
Thank you, Twitch.
For
Thank you to the people.
supporting this podcast.
It'll pay for some. Well, it won't even make
Cables?
a cabin payment,
Yeah,
but I'm
cables.
gonna have to buy some cables and shit with it.
Yeah.
Brian, how's your dad doing?
He's doing well.
Haven't heard from him in a while.
I ain't been around him in a while.
He's kind of.
No, he's.
He was
You won't see him anymore.
No.
My
After
son
I-
cleans toilets for a living. I raised a moron.
No, after I got through my problem, I was really paying attention to like the things he was saying.
I like how
then.
you say like problem,
You
which
can
was
say it.
like your divorce,
Yeah.
which you treat like some sort of drug addiction that you had to go
It
away
was,
to,
pretty much,
like
yeah.
some
Yeah.
beach house for rehab.
I did. I had to go to
I mean,
rehab.
that's kind of a.
I mean,
It's a mind fuck. You know, it's a significant amount of time was put into something. that
I
was
sympathize
a
with you.
dry
do
hole,
anything
so.
for that long and then stop, it's gonna fuck with you.
It takes a
Yeah.
time. It takes a bit.
Yeah, I mean, 230 therapy sessions later, I think I'm doing all right. But Dad's okay, but Dad's always going to be who he is. If you're around him every day, you'll remember why you moved out as quickly as you did when you were young. Because he has not changed a fucking bit. And my dad's good in small little bursts, small visits. And, like, the shit that makes you laugh when you go over there is the shit that'll drive you to thinking about jumping off the fucking roof if you live there. So,
It's his low house to try to jump off the roof on.
well, that's a two-story house.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
I thought it was a one-story.
No, it's two-story.
In my
Aim for the bare spot in the grass.
There's not
Yeah.
any of those.
Yeah.
You'll have to jump to the neighbor's yard to get that. Just jump off the neighbor's house. But yeah, Dad did. I was talking about something that he said the other day. I don't know why it came up, but when he called Mitch McConnell a Chinaman's face, son of a bitch. And,
Chinaman's face. Son
look
of
at
a
that,
bitch.
Chinaman's son of a bitch. And
I
was
don't
like,
really
I
see
ran
that,
in there
but-
and I was like, "Who are you talking? What'd you say?" He said, "This motherfucker on the TV." He's yelling at television.
Yeah, I don't really see that, but he is married to a China woman. Was
Maybe
she
that's what he
currently setting on his face?
Chinaman's face. I mean, it's wrong on all the levels. About his 74. He can fucking say whatever he wants. You know?
Chinaman.
Chinaman's face, son of a
No,
bitch.
no, I don't see it.
Dude, Chinaman.
I see
Dude.
a turtle.
Yeah.
Not the preferred nomenclature.
Yeah,
Asian American,
turtle I
please.
can see. Yeah.
Yeah, he does look like he looks like an old woman now. He really does look like a woman. Those fucking Harry Potters he's wearing, the glasses, they gotta go. The fuck's wrong with him?
He's gotta go.
Yeah.
I know. What I'm saying, like you know, like that
What do you
realty
mean
sign.
they gotta go?
The glasses have got to go.
Everything about him.
These fuckers, hey,
That
they're
is-
not. He sucks. But remember that sign from that realty company that just had like, I said, that's Jason's realtor. Jason's a realtor on the side. Because it was a sign that said house for sale, and the only thing it was this version. It was glasses, and then like a beard, and
Well,
that
that's all
was
he
it. There
sees.
wasn't like a
There's the beard.
hairstyle. There was nothing else connected to it. I was like, that's Jason's face right there.
I vaguely remember that.
You could do that to Mitch McConnell. You could have those little round little fucking Ben Franklins,
And then his
you could have that-
jowls?
yeah,
The-
and then
the
just the
turkey.
outline.
and,
turkey
and,
neck.
and it would obviously be him.
Oh, there's Mitch the bitch. Yeah, that's him.
I might pay some money to do that on Fiverr this week.
You could do it, and you could probably, make a little money on it.
He'd
Yeah, I
probably
was-
use it in his next campaign. Win.
There's another thing that they're terrible people, but they're actually very good at running campaigns. They run destructive campaigns. He does hire the professionals.
Good job.
I was on Fiverr this week and I almost got a Simpsons portrait of all of us until I saw how much it was going to be, and it was not $5.
How much was it?
It was going to be like $130.
$500.
It was like one amount for one person, one amount if one person in the background, then every person you added was like another $10-15.
Still a Simpsons portrait. It's kind of cool.
Yeah.
I mean, not worth $100.
It's going to have a studio
$10,
portrait done
but-
of all of us. Yeah, I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
So
Why don't we
Although
just
they
have
don't-
a professional done? One of us can go like
Well, this was. It
bare
was on Fiverr.
chested, and we'll find somewhere with a bear rug.
Oh.
Somebody can lay out.
Oh, you want-
That'd be good.
One of
Well,
y'all be
I'll
sitting in a
picture.
chair.
I got those lying around. I'll give you one of
Yeah,
those.
I got fucking AR-15s and guitars you can lay around like a
Russ
fucking
has a
hairy guy.
coonskin.
No, it's got to be classy, Brian.
That is
It's
classy.
A lot of
So, well, lots of
wood.
candles.
Probably a fire in the background.
Paneling. Okay, got it. That's wood. Bearskin rug.
Okay.
Couple of balls of
Not
cans of
not
natural light
wood
laying around.
that's been formed into boards.
Painted
Actual
to look like a
wood.
board, like a sticker they put over the top of it to make it look like wood. Sawdust painted
Nothing
into a square.
Yeah, and they didn't call it Simpsons. They called it yellow cartoon style.
Oh, boy.
Okay.
Yellow
So what part of China is
They're
this
not allowed
coming
to
from?
use that.
Gondong province?
I thought you said
Probably.
you hated Wish.
Mm-hmm.
No, this was Fiverr. You should check out Fiverr.
Is
Get all
it an
kinds of stuff
app
done on
or
Fiverr.
what? Fiverr? Is it custom
No,
shit?
it's on. It's like a website.
No.
It's like people that do a bunch of different shit will put ads up for the shit they do.
Well, you should do one of Mitch and sell his shit. Hey, say, hey, Mitch for president, whatever.
No.
Just reelect him. Just make the money. He's gonna get he sucks. He's gonna get reelected though, so you
I mean,
might as
he
well get
will.
on that train and make the money.
He will. Because
Make a yard sign out of it.
Everyone always
Sell for
votes against
$100.
their interest.
Yeah. They showed a picture of all these Chinese ladies making those Trump flags for re-election. They're cranking them fuckers out.
I'm sure.
You know.
I'm sure Hillary's going to run again. That's what the conspiracy
It's
theories
too late.
are saying.
Yeah, I was on board with that, but she had to announce by the 1st of November, I think, for her to really make a
Not
big
according to
splash.
Alex Jones.
Really?
Yeah.
Alex
nah.
Jones
Oh, I
says
fucking
she's
thought
going
she
to be
would.
a stealth candidate.
She's
Well,
not
no,
gonna
she was saying that she was receiving a lot of pressure to run again, or
she
something
said that during
like
the summer.
I
She
saw
was
that
like,
at-
a lot of people. She was
article.
going on the shows and
she's
shit.
everywhere
She
right
ain't
now
gonna do it.
because she's coming out with a book. She's
Yeah.
on a book tour. That's
And she
why
hasn't been
she's
on any of
everywhere.
No, I mean she was on The View again. She was on fucking Oprah with Oprah. Did a special thing with her or some bullshit.
Big How much fan of The View,
TV you
Brian?
watch?
No, I don't watch any of those.
No, okay.
I
You
just
just
listen.
named
to,
like 18.
I
No,
know.
I just
Yeah.
listen.
I
I
watched
listen
her
to
on Oprah,
I
I
listen to
watched her
No
on-
Agenda, and they cover all that shit for me, so I don't have to watch it.
Mm.
The No Agenda podcast.
That's a good show.
Mm-hmm.
So my dad sent me and my brother a group message, and it was a screenshot of him playing Candy Crush.
God.
First of all, people
Why would
still-
he brag about it?
Because you want to guess how many levels he's in?
You know that you aren't supposed to be bragging about that.
I'm not bragging about it. We've bought him game systems, stuff that he's
136.
he loves. He used to play Call of Duty, but he'd do that old man.
Oh, he's moving up.
Yeah, so his guy stays still and he's dodging. It's like, come on. 4,000.
4,000
levels of Candy Crush that he's reached.
What?
4,000.
What does
You gotta
that
learn to
mean?
speak Farsi backwards in that amount of time.
I said,
Fuck.
yeah.
How are there 4,000 levels of that game?
Is it just
They
endless?
keep adding it.
Oh gosh.
I told Dad, I said, I think they keep adding it because of him. Like,
Yeah, we got this
He's-
guy.
You come up
He's
with new
the
levels.
cap.
They keep
God, does
trying
it get
to
more
stump him.
difficult?
Every time he beats one, they're like, "Fuck you again."
it's-
Hold on.
I don't know if it gets more difficult, but I mean, some of those levels are hard.
Tell him to
So
check
the
his
fact
credit
that he
card
bit-
balance too. By the way, it
Yeah.
could be.
That's what I was worried about.
Could be just buying the shit.
But I said, Dad, this feels like a fucking like Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. You beat this game, you get this company type of thing.
Yeah, you're gonna win.
And they
get
just
the
got
whole
Oompa
thing.
Loompas making levels over there.
It's the
So
new,
I just
it's-
saw that
it's the new Publishers Clearinghouse.
Charlene apparently sometime this past week has joined our Slack channel. So
Oh,
everyone
good.
on
Welcome
Slack
in.
say
Nice.
hello to Charlene.
Welcome.
Welcome in, Charlene.
I don't know if she's actually down
Kick
there.
it.
Yeah, no, stay off Candy Crush.
That's
I mean,
terrible, man.
I didn't know people still played it.
I didn't either.
How much money you reckon he's put into it?
That's
Because
what
you
we
know
was
he didn't
talking
make it
about.
that far without putting some
Yeah,
cash
no,
in.
there's no way
He
you can beat
doesn't
all them
have-
levels without cheating.
I never asked him. I'll
He
ask
doesn't
him right
have
now.
money? I guarantee he has money.
Yeah, he's got a
Well,
credit card.
he had money until he played Candy Crush.
Got a couple
Facebook
calls
has
to-
Can
his
you buy?
credit
or
card
I guess
number,
all you do
so
is just buy
he's
lives
good.
and shit, right?
I
don't know.
think you can
There's
buy like
power-ups.
bonuses or
Yeah. You
You got
probably
some
can
cool
buy
looking
some
skins,
sort of.
bro.
Well, you probably
Fuck.
can buy some sort of coin to buy the special things.
Yeah, he's
I-
probably full of
I asked
coins.
him how much money he spent on that game.
it's probably equivalent to my son's Fortnite.
Well, you did 35 grand.
I bet he's spent a lot more than he thinks he has. Because I feel like 4,000 levels, that's over 5 years.
Well, it depends
I mean,
on
how
when
long
he
has
got
been
in.
playing the game?
6
Candy
months.
Crush has been out 10 years now,
Yeah,
He's
right?
probably been playing it 6 years, 7 years.
There was something on some podcast I listened to where a lady had lost something like in the neighborhood of $400,000 on an online casino that was impossible to win real money at.
Yeah.
She just
Damn.
kept sinking money into it.
She thought it was real money?
No,
She was spending real money.
she was addicted like
Holy
people
fuck.
really get addicted to gambling, except there was no real
There's no-
money, and you could just win more coins to play more games.
What a dumb fuck.
yeah,
what a
she
dumbass.
lost her house.
Them phone games make
Let
a
me
ton
guess,
of money.
before she lost the house, let me guess what yard sign she had in the front.
So like, they had emails
Breaking
where
it
like
great.
she was emailing the kind of like, please cancel my account, and she had like her own concierge like handler, like a VIP handler,
Come this way.
who like wouldn't cancel her. It's an online fucking casino.
Hey, we'll just give you 10 credits, baby. Yo, come on.
She threw away her phone at one point, then went and bought a new phone and started playing again.
Oh yeah, that doesn't fix the problem.
What kind of fucking world is that?
I
It's
messed
a
up
crazy
one, man.
world, man.
You get addicted to something with a payoff. That's how it works.
Did y'all hear? I'm sure Brian did about that thing that happened with Robinhood, where
Yeah.
the error in their system let you borrow like $1 million or something if you knew what you were doing.
So one of my free stocks was Zynga. which I think
Candy Crush.
They don't make
Yeah.
Candy
No,
Crush.
the
they
poker,
make,
poker games and stuff.
Zynga makes all kinds of other.
and-
It's a data mining company's on.
Well, but their stock kept going up, and I had their stock, and it kept going up. I was like, why the? I've never played a Zynga game. Why does Zynga
Spider.
just keep going up?
Spider right there.
What's that?
Just leave him alone.
No,
He'll be fine.
gotta
He's
get
more
him outta
afraid of you
here.
than he is
Okay,
if you are of
Flippy,
it.
No
Jesus
holes in the
Christ,
ceiling.
Brian, that's the.
No.
Wait, stop. Just let him be.
Did you get it?
Fuck it.
I got him.
Says
I
the.
I was.
That was
you?
a real.
You.
I just looked at the spider. I was like,
Okay.
cool, it's a spider. And then you were like,
I got X-ray
I'm
vision.
pretty sure you made that actual sound.
So, when I listened to this show, I was like, oh, that's why Zynga keeps going up. Never mind, keep doing it.
Yeah, keep doing it.
Because it was one of their games that this was happening in.
I got 500 Dogecoin. Guess how much?
20 cents. No, not even that much. 2 cents.
$10.
I spent $1, and I got 540 Dogecoin. It's not 2 cents. It's like 0.002 of a cent, and it goes from 2 thousandths.
You know,
like 26,000 to 27 to 23, and it's up and down. It's up and down. It's never
got,
really
like,
reached
When,
any.
when the bigger
40.
number is at the bottom of a fraction, that's a bad thing when it
Yeah,
goes up.
right, yeah.
Okay.
It
I've
was,
got like 40,000 Dogecoin.
I mean, I just did it.
Like
'cause I had an extra $1 floating around. You can't really buy anything for $1 at JCPenney. I think they delisted them, right? So I was like, fuck
No,
it.
they're up over $1 again.
Are they?
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck it. So I went in. I was like, hey, I can do the crypto shit now. I don't know why. I never applied for it. But they said, hey, come on in. Fuck it. I was like,
Yeah.
yeah, all right. So about those?
Yeah, I got like 40,000 I can send you. No problem.
Yeah, well, what are you going to do with them? Buy a pack of matches?
I
One
don't know. I
day
don't know
that
what you
shit's
do
going to
with
come
them
back
anymore.
around.
Pack of matches. When's the last time you
You're
saw a
gonna be a
pack of matches
millionaire.
for sale?
Well, the problem is it's sitting on a laptop somewhere. I got to figure out which laptop it's on because I used to mine it on the computers.
Mining Dogecoin.
Yeah.
That's good
I
times.
used to- yeah, that was like a awesome bid on After Lodge when we first started.
Mm-hmm.
A long time ago.
Yeah, it was years ago.
Yeah,
I
we got
forgot
a
that that was a thing until you brought it up again.
Got a couple calls we're going to play here. These are from the week prior. So, I mean, they're still relevant. So what the
Hey,
fuck?
fellas. This is Marley's Ladder calling.
I like this dude.
Mm-hmm.
It's late 11:35
Wake up.
Thursday night, November.
Okay. Yeah, set the stage.
Sleepy.
I'm trying to send something to
He didn't say the date.
I know.
This November.
Forgot.
my president
Oh, boy.
for
Oh.
the postal record.
Oh, okay, the union president. Oh,
Yeah.
thank God.
All right,
Phew.
yeah.
Can you beep some of this out?
We're going to help him here.
But I'm a Google Docs guy.
Yeah.
So when I'm asked to convert everything over to Bill Gates' little dynasty that he created 25 fucking years ago,
Yeah.
I'm a little remiss
It's a
to
dynasty.
do so.
Yeah,
Open
I
office.
understand your
I'm
Go
a
open
millennial.
office.
Libra.
I want to send shit my way.
Yeah, I hear you.
Uh-huh.
I'm having trouble figuring how to convert
Fuck, what a nightmare.
You can export on Google Docs, I'm pretty
Word
Yeah, I thought you
Does
could.
it
Being
Word
made to read a
document.
suicide note?
Word.
What is?
I know. It's,
vice versa.
Yeah.
Or maybe I've just drank a few too many
there it is.
beers.
Yeah, I think that
There
may
it
be
is.
I'm
where we're at.
very cautious with
Yeah.
what I'm saying because
Uh-huh.
Obama.
I'm afraid of sounding like
You're drunk?
a dumb redneck like Jason. I mean,
Touche,
close
sir.
to being one of those, I just don't want to become one. I'm confused, and I could
Jason's
help.
beard lowered like an
I
inch.
could
know.
use the help of the nerds
Oh,
in this group.
you're right.
So you're a nerd too, Jason.
Some guidance.
Okay, you're probably
Offer
done with
some-
it.
I'm just saying,
Hit it.
I may sound like a dumb redneck, but I don't have your problems, so...
Who calls somebody and is like, go fuck yourself, but also, will you help me out
Help
with
me. Yes, you fag. Help me. Help. Oh, no, you ignorant fuck.
You're a dumb redneck, but I can't drink a glass of water.
I don't want to be like you, but will you do this thing for me?
Yeah, I'm really dangerously close to being as dumb as you are. But, here's the thing. I've had a
need
lot of
your
beer, and I need your help.
Hey, he's not getting it.
I haven't had to do that in a long time, so I don't remember. It's more complicated now, I'm sure.
No.
It's not?
No.
Because they don't like the products to talk to each other across
No,
the
it's
platform
fine.
like that.
I can
They
do it in
hate
3
it.
minutes.
Convert
3
it.
minutes max.
Convert it to PDF. Download that PDF
PDF's a
onto
whole
a thumb
fucking
drive,
pain in
and
the
then
ass,
just
though.
mail the thumb drive to him. That's how you do that.
I'll tell you what, get you a rock and a sharp.
I like how
little-
you got him into Adobe's ecosystem.
Yeah, I was
Thank
nice.
you, Bruce, for looking out for me there.
Not a sponsor this week. I don't know why you're doing it.
No. Everybody knows once you get into
'Cause
Adobe's
that's the most
web,
convoluted
you don't
system.
come out.
I
You're
just
fucked.
like he's
Yeah.
trying to go less complicated. I'm going the other direction.
It's like,
Once he gets there, you
oh,
don't get out of that hole.
Excuse me, mate. The post office? Oh, yeah, it's 50 miles. Take a left and a right.
Once you make it a PDF, it stays a PDF, Brian.
But it's also, they want,
Unless
they
you want
up
to.
every,
Like a dumb redneck, whereas I'm just not a dumb redneck. I just sound like one.
Okay.
But
Well,
he
he's
is.
I think.
Well, he is a dumb redneck. He just doesn't want to sound like one. Where I don't care what I sound like as long as I'm not a dumb redneck. So
It's a little convoluted.
Hmm.
You work for Adobe as well?
No.
Okay. Okay, here's the other one.
I don't know if anybody actually works.
For you.
You got it.
You're supposed to clean the shitters every day, right?
Yep,
I would
once a day.
assume with the volume of abuse that they take, they need cleaning every day.
Yep.
Um,
Okay, hold on. I'm
so-
going to pause that right there.
Wouldn't during the holidays? Wouldn't you need to clean more just because everybody's eating more?
No, it used to be.
Can't, like, we all
It's
have
also-
extra. We all have.
Well,
It is
toilet
his peak
cleanings.
season as well. Yes. Normally, what used to be before they went to this TL5 thing, it was you police the bathroom, just like
You have a
go in and
nightstick in there.
Yeah.
They piss on the floor. You
You go in there and you replace like hand towels. You pick up the garbage off the floor, but you only cleaned it once on the third day. You cleaned it on the third day. You didn't clean them every day. But now that they've changed systems and bought all this bullshit, and they're going to see this out to the end, it's failing. But you got to clean it once a day, every day.
the floor.
The whole bathroom. You clean the whole bathroom once a day, and you only required to clean it once. So if y'all fuck it up during the day, I can let it sit until the next day.
That's the dumbest shit I've ever heard.
You have to do it once a day. It wasn't getting done once a day before. And that's why they said, okay, you're going to clean them every day. All right, fine, once. But
I like how he's still getting paid by the hour, but he's fighting with what he should do.
I'm getting paid by the hour.
Like, if I got paid by the hour and you wanted me to go out and pick blue
I got
rocks
other
up out of
shit,
the parking
though.
lot, all right, I'll go pick up blue rocks, whatever.
I got other stuff to do. I
Here
got
to do what you need,
outside
boss.
to take care of.
I mean,
I
if
got
you're
the
getting
bill.
paid
I
by
got
the
to
hour.
order half mast sometimes. I got to order supplies. I got to pick up meds from CVS.
That flag
take a
thing's
nap.
got to take at least
I got to get
3
groceries
minutes.
at Kroger for when I get off.
It's hard work, Bruce.
Maybe
hard
4.
work.
How much time is blocked out for the flag? And how
There's not any time
how do you
blocked out
account
for it,
for
I
that?
don't.
Which when that's normally a topical thing.
That's something you have to do for sure.
That's
on
not
the
on
list.
your list.
It is on the list. Yeah,
Check the flag.
as needed. Yeah, and you
All
have to
right.
replace it.
Back to the
Okay,
call.
back to the call. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I don't do shit.
I had some
their guy doesn't do shit.
shit like Brian on Monday,
Oh, you had one of
and
my
it
shit.
went all over the inside of the toilet and stuff.
Attaboy.
Friday
fuck.
afternoon. It's still there.
Yeah, it's bad.
That shit should have been cleaned up a long.
You're right.
Right? Am I crazy?
No, you're not
You're
crazy.
crazy for shit like
Maybe,
that,
but
but yeah, you
You're right.
should have it cleaned up. Yeah, that's right.
No, it should have been done.
Was that
It
the
should
end
have
of
been
the
done
call?
like yeah, it was it.
Oh, good call.
It should be.
I like how he assumed he goes, I don't do shit. But he was actually referring to his custodian.
He was referring to
but
his
in Brian's
custodian.
head, he thought he was talking
I
about
had to make it clear. I think y'all
guilty
hear what you
conscience.
want to hear.
Brian went from being a guy who bragged about how hard he worked to how little he works. Like, it's been a complete, reversal of
That's right.
personality.
I mean, when I do work, I do a good job.
I mean, I can only take so many more floor pictures, man. Give us something else.
Now, those floors are really different, though.
Well, you
Notice
can't
that?
wax the ceiling, Ryan.
Right. The fuck? They want me to do
He
high
keeps taking
dust
those pictures because that's the only real thing he does.
That's the thing that I do. Like, listen, nobody notices what I do until I don't do it. And then it's a fucking uproar. So fuck them. I took a fucking Saturday off. Because you could just go in, or you could just call. I call my dude. I can say, hey, man, fill a slip for annual. I'm just not going to come in today. Be like, all right. Just give it to Doug. All right.
I mean, to be fair, you could
But
say
I
the
could do
same
that
thing
whenever I want.
for our job, too.
Not
Like,
all
you could
the
do our
stations
job
work.
for 30 years and nobody would ever say anything to you, and then you fuck up one thing.
I
and
think,
Take a couple days off, and
think
it's
that's
like,
one of the
hey, there's
definitions
some
of a job.
fucking
down,
garbage
right.
on the
If you're
floor.
doing it right, like nobody notices you're doing it right.
Brian wants us to thank him for his service.
No, I don't give a fuck if you thank me or not.
In the fucking toilet wars? What the fuck?
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm a colonel in the toilet
He
wars.
is a colonel.
Battling factions.
It's beyond us to try and figure that stuff out, Jason.
You know, the one that made
High
me laugh
minds over there.
is whenever he said that our craft was going away. Like, all the carrier crafts would be going away.
I didn't say
And that's
that.
why he's...
I said they're going to keep fucking with you all. And then that's...
Well, it wasn't how you worded it.
No, I said all you...
I'm
that
trying to
just-
remember what the wording was.
Every
I don't-
day when you come in, there's a new set of rules of how you have to do the same job.
Which
And
is
they keep
hilarious. Bitched about how they changed the rules on your job.
They changed it before I got there. They
Okay.
they reorganized it, but they haven't changed anything since. They said, okay, this is what you're going to do
Yeah.
now. Just go do that. Okay, fine. But there's every day, like, there's something every day. Like, once a week, okay, the scanner prompts have changed. Okay, now you're going to fucking, you're going to scan this way, and you're going to have to do this. And now today, you know, there's something different every day with some new bullshit hoop you got to jump through. And, well, we're going to send a letter of demand to somebody that fucking ran off that fuck you and all that bullshit.
You can't wear a hat when it's 12 degrees outside.
Yeah, now
Technology.
you have
Toilets don't.
Yeah, that's what I said. The fucking job I do, basically,
They are pretty
the core
unchanged
requirements,
since the 1900s.
the requirements not going to change. And like I said, the example I gave was they say, okay, go in there and we're going to take off all the toilet seats and we're going to put them in a closet about 200 yards away. Okay, we're going to do that every day.
The core of our job
in
doesn't
the morning-
change. All that extra shit that might
All the
come
extra
and
shit
go.
that-
and
Well, you ignore all that.
maybe
Just do it like
maybe
you know how
one
to do
day
it.
if we get bought out or something, that all goes away. But our job proper, it's going to be the same.
Yeah, but all the stuff that they give you to do is non-value added shit. It doesn't.
All the stuff they give you to do.
No.
We don't do any of that shit.
What, you don't have to scan fucking Wish stuff?
Yeah, we do.
Right. You didn't used to have to do that. It's not even fucking. It's not even for you, that scan.
But
They make you scan it
I don't-
anyway.
honestly,
and
I
you're,
don't-
yeah,
I don't
say that while
mind
you're at a
doing
box.
it. It's better
scanning
customer
72
service.
Wish packages.
But during count,
But they
I got,
still don't get the notification that it was delivered, though.
But
they
during-
don't know.
but
Like,
during
customers-
count,
I've
Wish
never
has
seen them
tracking.
before.
Wish has tracking.
Yeah, but some of it's internal, like do not scan and all that shit. You scan it and you fucking scan it.
Doesn't
delivered.
matter. I got paid for all
They
that.
can still say, we didn't get it.
I got paid for all that. It helped my route. If I
Doesn't
didn't get
matter.
those scans, I'd have probably lost a little bit of time.
Well, it doesn't help city carriers. And that's where that's the job I did. And like
Y'all
it
have
just
fuck off
adds
time
time.
anyway.
I never had any fuck off time. Shit.
Okay.
I could make myself have fuck off time, but you got to kind of, cut some corners.
Anyway, was that the calls?
That was the calls.
Give me the
Alright.
cord back before you forget.
Oh,
Thank
yeah.
you, callers.
Thank you, callers.
Well, no. Thank
Yeah.
you, one caller. Other caller, fuck yourself.
I appreciated
Yeah,
both
that's
of those
good, too.
calls equally.
He said he was up late at night drinking, and he was writing the president, and that could have went bad immediately.
Turns out he just wanted to insult me.
Yeah, but this
How
ain't
does
about
it
you.
end?
Okay, quit making it about you. I was worried about him for a second.
I've heard a lot of drunk people talk in my life. I've never heard one that sounded like that.
Articulate.
So I don't
Thoughtful
know
of
if it's
his
just
words.
because he was choosing his words.
Yeah, he
super
thought about each word
carefully.
in 5 seconds. It
Well, he's
was,
from the north. You know,
it was like
it's
listening to
thoughtful.
that Grandmaster we used to have talk, where it seemed like somebody's behind him pulling a string for every word.
Obama did that too much. After he became president, everything he said was measured and thought through in his head.
Yeah, I'll take that
Before.
back. I'll take that
I was
now.
gonna say, what's
Uh,
why
he
is all
said
that
it.
Except
like
for,
it's a bad thing?
except
No,
for,
it's
let
just-
me be clear.
It's like just
That that wrote up.
look was another thing. Look, stupid. No. He didn't talk like that all the
What do you
time.
want him to talk in? Ebonics?
No, I'm not saying his accent, asshole. I'm
He
saying
never
like,
once
if you're
said
gonna say
confetti.
something,
Never
if
once.
you're gonna say something, just say it. And we're sitting there. You watch him, and he just blah blah blah.
Well, he saw that
blah.
Michael Moore movie where George Bush went, "Fool me once, shame on.
Won't get fooled
Shame
again.
on you.
I still think that's funny.
Fool me
Fool me
twice.
twice.
Won't get fooled again."
And that shoe thrower. God damn, that
was
poor
that-
bastard.
yeah.
The fucker, I swear to God, he had a fucking smark on his face when he
did.
threw. He's like,
He was having
oh,
fun.
you almost hit me with a shoe. Like he was in a fucking carnival or something.
You got another one?
It's a reverse carnival, George. They're gonna hit you with shoes.
Oh, this is a local custom? Cool.
Yeah, look at it. I'm participating.
I got shoes too.
Yeah. The motherfucker said.
He probably thought it made him look cool to be
I like
dodging
how he had time to
shoes.
get his other shoe
He said,
off.
He got 2 shoes off. What a fucking rocket arm on that guy, too.
That guy.
There was like
He
an.
died.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he's dead.
Yeah.
He came
He
to
was taken out of there.
He killed himself in a jail cell
It was
later
a
that night, actually.
mysterious circumstance
I
about
believe
after
2
a
months
referee
before
got
that, he had trained in America with black moms.
That's possible. Yeah, he could have been
The
doing
deadliest shoe throwers
Yeah.
known
I
to
thought those were
man.
Mexican moms.
Oh, maybe.
They always take
That's
the
a bomb
sandals
all the
out and hit
same.
people with the fucking sandals.
Hey, you give him a hairbrush.
Chanclas? What are those things called? The slipper that they beat people with. They have a name for it.
Yeah, I don't know what
Anyway,
it's called.
they don't throw them. They just
Yeah, they-
smack you with them.
Yeah, no, black moms are the ones that throw them.
Yeah, they throw shit.
I've heard stories about that.
I've
from
been.
Todd.
I know people getting hit, but just whatever's laying around, just
Well,
throw
yeah.
it. Especially a hairbrush, like that big wooden fucking
Yeah.
hairbrush. That'll leave a fucking mark on you.
Yeah.
Any mom that works, or any mom that stays home and is sick of her kids, dangerous motherfuckers.
So
man.
moms. That's what you're
Moms.
saying.
Period. Yes, they're all dangerous.
Any mom who works or any mom who doesn't.
Yes.
So moms.
So moms in general.
Huh.
Violent, dangerous, and they can get away with anything.
Well, yeah, it's their kid. Who's gonna
It's
tell
a
them
mom.
I
no?
don't know. It just seems fucked. They can get away with it. If a man comes home and beats his children, he's going to jail. If a
All
woman
right.
beats her
It's
children.
good
Says,
parenting.
yeah, she's just tired of their fucking shit. They probably deserved it.
Take us out.
Thanks for listening, and thanks for subscribing, and thanks for hanging around with us. Thanks for supporting the show. You know, you can tweet the link when the podcast comes out. That helps. Tell your friends. Don't tell your neighbors, though. Don't tell them. Tell your friends. Tell your enemies.
Only the good friends.
Yeah, just don't tell the boss.
Maybe don't tell the enemies.
Maybe tell the enemies. They'll probably like it.
They're not our enemies.
No, they're not our enemies.
Might be.
Could be. Well, let's just wait till that happens. Support the website support the show by going to the website, eldoradostudio.net. Click the Support Us link, and all your options are right there. Work safe. I'll see you next week.
Hit it.